General nerdery.
So do you ever have moments where you're ingesting media throughout your day and like different medias, and every once in a while like the wildly different genres hit you at the same time?
Like how so?
Like, okay, so this is sort of like what you've been ingesting, but it's stuff that's not important enough to make it in the main one.
Yeah, I get it. You're getting extra time.
Yep, that's me. I was reading this manga that as I was like, after I finished reading it, I'm like, that's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever read in my life. It was a meet cute about two people at a condom company. But what was weird about it was I'm pretty sure that like a real life condom company like was like the background funding for this, because it went into like really weirdly explicit how-do details about like how condoms are made and stuff, and everyone was like, thank you to the something rubber company, and I'm like, wait, that's where they work. But then there's like a softcore sex scene in it that they get around like censoring by just showing like a condom, but it's in the shape, and premature ejaculation is a like major plot point of this meet cute manga. And I didn't realize how fucking weird this was till afterwards. But like,
After.
Well, no, because you're reading at the time and you're like,
Post nut clarity.
You're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like it's, you know, it is a legitimately cute little comic, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Wait a sec, that was fucking. But what was really what I'm talking about that hit me was reading this. And I'm like, yeah, neat, cute little manga. You know, I like to read those to relax. And then I turned on my true crime murder podcast that's covering the Black Dahlia murder, which is one of the most brutal murder scenes in American history. Which, considering American history, is saying a lot. That woman was in multiple pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like a minute and a half after finished reading Meet Cute. And like the strange yin-yang of emotions that I was having right there.
Got it. Like a cognitive dissonance between genres.
Like, listening to this, but like, because of the way my brain works, like, I'm seeing the woman from the Meet Cute condom manga, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, oh, totally. This is a thing I get simply from having watched a lot of random ass horror movies, and we'll watch a random ass horror movie, and then Kat will get home, and then it's like, well, fuck it, let's put on 90s rom-com.
Yeah,
that I'm choosing.
That might
Forces of nature.
Hell yes, the sweetest thing.
Might have the same actresses in it.
Totally.
Anyways, welcome to General Nerdery, your podcast about liking things. I'm Zach.
I'm Tyler.
We've got Steven and Hydee with us again.
Hi, Hydee.
Hi, Hydee.
Hello. Hi, Hydee. Hi, I'm Steven, by the way.
We are
Sure. Hi, Steven.
No, don't do that.
I love how I made fun of him in a different episode, and you're like, no, I like Steven, and this one you're like, fine, whatever.
guess.
We are doing Doctor Who episodes again, so of course we had to have Hydee back, because you have now been in every Doctor Who episode we've done except for one. Our first one, when we covered the pilot.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it's weird that
makes
I'm
sense.
here.
Yeah, this is your first Doctor Who episode with us.
What the fuck you doing?
Because it's weird when he's not here now.
It's true. Very true.
But before that, what have we been ingesting?
I mean, I just had to write things down. Like, we might be here for a while. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Actually, I can't remember. Last time, had I finished Interior Chinatown?
No, you just started it, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it was done, but you...
Okay, I finished it. I still love it. I'm not in love with the way the season ended. I hope it leads to more, because that would be a kind of... I don't know. I'm still processing it, even like 2 weeks later, because by that point it's pretty layered. But overall, fucking love the show. I think it's brilliant. It's one of the best things I've watched in a while, to be completely honest. Played a shit ton more Marvel Rivals.
Nice.
Are you still liking it?
I'm still liking it. Even though I played a shit ton more, I also haven't turned it back on in like 2 days now, though, too. Like, it hasn't completely sunk its hooks in me the way some other games have. But I think the last time I brought it up, I'd sort of mentioned, like, yeah, playing some Namor, playing some Moon Knight, a little bit of Rocket, not really having much success with any of the tanks. I tried out Thor. I'm a Thor main now. Like, Thor, I've fucking kicked some ass. I was just eating people alive. It was great. Fucking hammer time.
What kind of tank? What are they?
Dive tank.
Okay, sweet.
So, and yeah, and just like frontline disruption too. A lot of trying to kidnap their tanks.
Oh, do you have that sick one with that really cosmic-y...
No, I don't. No. You get resources way too slow in that. I might get that 2 seasons from now.
Is Rivals a free-to-play game?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah.
They're banking on you just spending money on it eventually.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish I had a fucking console to play it.
It's good. Like I said, it's not super sunken. I haven't picked it up in 2 days, but I kind of wanted tonight. Maybe bully some more people with Thor.
That's why he got sent to Earth, you know.
Yeah, well, fuck it. He's good at it. Read all of the fucking Jed McKay Moon Knight.
And?
It's great. I love it.
It's the best Moon Knight run.
I love it.
Far and away.
I think I still like the Ellis a little bit more.
I can see why. I think the Ellis run is to go very in the weeds in a thing that our 2 guests know nothing about here real fast. I think the Ellis stuff is a stronger story, but it is an Ellis story that happens to feature Moon Knight. Well, this is a book about
Moon Knight. I do love the way it's opened up so many other ways for, like, Moon Knight to exist and people for him to interact with that are cool as shit.
Yeah,
Hunter's Moon is fucking dope.
We get Moon Knight's weird grumpy brother, but not like the terrible supervillain brother, but the other fist of Khonshu.
Because you're like, oh yeah, there's 2 fists.
The fucking scene where he's in like a vampire like business meeting. There's a guy that's like trying
Not where I thought that sentence was gonna go.
There's a guy that's trying to structure vampires in like a modern like pyramid scheme setup.
Dance club, nightclub, orgy.
No, literally business meeting.
Literally any other vampire, like a vampire pit.
Surrounded.
No, it's wild. It's legit a dude setting up, recruiting new vampires and expanding their influence using MLM models.
That's fucking cool.
It's really funny. But Moon Knight shows up. He's surrounded by thousands of vampires on whatever.
That's really fucking cool, guys. I'm still processing how good a bit that is.
The way that he takes them out is he sets off the sprinklers, and then because he's not actually a superhero, he is the head priest of the god Khonshu. He blesses the water from the sprinklers in the system, which makes it all holy water.
Sick.
Yeah, it's fucking rad.
It's just full of shit like that. I love it.
Like, we need Hunter's Moon in Snap really badly. I really want to play a deck with both fucking fists.
I'm sorry, it just sounds dirty.
It will be called Fisto. Oh, let's see.
Will Iron Fist also be in there?
Probably. No, I don't mean it. No, he's not, because I'm not going to play jank discard move.
I don't even know how that would work.
I've just been meaning to watch this movie for a long ass time, so I finally got around to watching The Dead Don't Die, and I understand why I didn't light the world on fire, even though having one of the most ridiculous casts I've ever seen in the fucking entire world.
Yeah, weird ass movie.
Yeah, really fucking weird movie.
Good, but weird.
But listen to this cast. First off, have you even heard of this movie?
No. If I have, it's you two saying words.
Yeah. Jim Jarmusch did a zombie flick.
I don't even know who Jim Jarmusch is.
Remind me who he is, yeah.
He did Coffee and Cigarettes. He did Ghost Dog Way of the Samurai.
Holy shit, that's a movie I haven't thought of in a long time.
Love that movie.
He did.
Would love to revisit that movie.
He did Dead Man.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he did a zombie comedy, and it somehow didn't light the world on fire, even though it came out in 2019. It also somehow didn't light the world on fire with the cast including Bill Murray, Adam Driver, Chloe Sevigny, Steve Buscemi, Tilda Swinton, Tom Waits, Danny Glover, Caleb Landry Jones, Rosie Perez, Iggy Pop, Carol Kane, The RZA, Austin Butler, and Selena Gomez.
That's kind of amazing.
That's an eclectic. That's like the definition of an eclectic cast.
Yeah,
And it's because
that's
it's a real weird fucking movie.
Guys, it's a real fucking weird movie. I keep saying guys. I don't know why I've chosen to use this specific term.
It's not new for you.
It's not new for me, and I kind of want to get away from it personally. But it's a fucking weird ass movie. It's a challengingly weird movie.
I really kind of dig it, but it's weird.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if it's trying to be a comedy.
What, like anti?
But that might be the joke.
Right? It feels as weird as like a Paul a Wes Anderson movie is weird, but not.
But it's not twee.
But it's
at
not
all.
twee. It's like it's weird in a way that expects the viewer to just like roll with the fucking what's going on.
Yeah, especially when you get to the end.
Yep.
Watching you two try and talk about this, and it's both of you just staring off to a point, like, directly between
Well,
the
look,
two
okay.
that we love.
I don't expect you to ever fucking watch this movie. So, look, we're going to throw a little spoilers out here.
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton is a fucking alien that gets beamed up in the final act. And you also find out that Adam Driver had actually been given the script for the movie and knew what was going to happen the entire time.
What?
Yeah. That's why we're staring at the ceiling trying to figure out how to
Wait, like,
describe
so
this
the
movie.
character has the script for the movie in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
What?
fucking, wait a moment, I have another shot from Robin Hood Men in Tights?
But no.
No, but yes, but no.
It's a lot more fatalist than that.
It's so fucking weird.
That's really strange.
It's a lot more like Odin knows how Ragnarok is going to go down.
What is this movie streaming on?
Um,
You're probably right, I'm never going to watch it, but it's interesting enough that let's give it its...
It's streaming somewhere. I
I
just
think
saw
I
it.
watched it on Netflix. I don't remember for sure, but I think that's what I was watching it on.
Netflix or Hulu. I feel like I just saw it somewhere.
Yeah, Anyway, I also watched a way better movie than that because I watched Nosferatu before we had the episode today, and it was fucking brilliant.
Oh god, I'm so jealous. I want to go see it so bad. I was just talking to Cursa at work about wanting to see this.
It's probably the best Dracula movie,
Well, Nosferatu movies have always been the best Dracula
but this
movies.
is probably the best Dracula movie.
Where do you rank it for Robert Eggers movies for you?
Ooh,
Does it rank above The Witch? And it's hard to... I know they're... like, all his movies are so different. But they're...
The Witch might still beat it out, but maybe not. Maybe not on, like, multiple viewings.
Hell yeah.
It's way up there. Really
I've always
fucking
really
dug
loved
it.
The Witch, so...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have multiple Black Phillips in here. But they fucking killed it with Nosferatu. Holy shit. Skarsgård is so good as Orlok. Holy shit, Skarsgård. Orlok is terrifying.
Hell yes. I'm so excited you got to see this. I'm wanting to see this movie. I'm mostly excited that fucking Eggers got to make this movie. Because seeing his backlog of stuff, I was like, oh yeah, you should have made this. This is chocolate and peanut butter.
It made this rewatch of it made our rewatch of the Superman trailer really weird with Nicholas Hoult being Lex Luthor.
Oh, because he's in this one.
Because he's the Jonathan Harker. Thomas something. I can't remember the last name.
Jonathan Harker, but not for copyright reasons?
Yeah, but not for copyright reasons. This is so close to being fucking Dracula. But I mean, like, I realize that was the whole point, but, like...
Yeah, the original Nosferatu
It's the
got
last
sued.
5 minutes. That's different, basically.
This one I might actually go watch. Like, it's the rare horror movie that I might see just because I've always liked Nosferatu.
Yeah, how scary is it? Like,
It's good. It's atmospheric. There's some plays on like a little bit more of the classic, actual like gothic pulp style scares, but
Reminder that Tyler did a like 400 episode podcast of horror movies to when he says it's good like that.
It's
what
real.
that actually means,
it's
dear
real
listeners.
good. It's more than I thought it was going to be.
sweet.
And this was probably my most highly anticipated movie of the year.
Yes.
Isn't there another Nosferatu movie coming out? Like,
Oh, I don't know.
because Doug Jones just did a Nosferatu movie.
Oh, you're thinking of Nosferatu 2?
Shut up, man.
That's the sequel to the original Nosferatu, and it's a porn parody.
Fucking fire you out of a cannon.
Not to be confused with Nos 4A2, which was
The next in the Fast and the Furious series.
it's an actual novel that I believe got turned into a
What?
An AMC TV series produced, originally written by Joe Hill, one of my favorite authors.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I hate
It
it.
co-produced by Guillermo del Toro?
Yeah, it's actually apparently a pretty good show. I haven't gotten around to it yet.
As far as Joe Hill goes, I prefer Heart Shaped Box, but
Zachary Levi? No, not Zachary Levi. What is his name? Zachary Quinto?
think so.
Yeah, Zachary Quinto.
Very different actors.
Very different humans.
Yes, there is Nosferatu. It came out in 2023. Directed by David Lee Fisher, starring Doug Jones as Count Orlok. Doug Jones was like half the cast of Hellboy and pretty much everything Guillermo del Toro does. He was the zombie from Hocus Pocus.
He's the Baron in What We Do in the Shadows.
Doug Jones, I love you.
really?
Yes.
I'm so
The
glad
Baron
he's gotten a much larger role in the final season, and I'm so excited that he's going to just like be Doug Jones, basically.
He's announced after Star Trek Discovery ended that he's mostly going to do not prosthetic roles anymore, just because
Fair.
he's like 60, so it's just tiring to, even though he's probably the most gifted prosthetics actor, like,
But he deserves
ever.
to work without him.
100%. I
At
love
this
seeing
point-
it, but
Yeah.
Doug Jones, I love you, but nobody's going to remember that you played Orlok in 2023 when this movie just
yeah,
came
that
out.
fucking sucks, man. That's-
He's busy doing other vampire stuff.
Skarsgård kills it.
wow, this
Holt
Wikipedia
kills
article
it.
is tiny. Reception. The film received mixed reviews with special appreciation for Jones's performance. That's it.
I mean, I imagine that's about all it's got going for it.
What's her name? Lily Rose Depp. She killed it.
Nice.
So
I'm-
good.
I want to go see this.
And yeah, I don't know. We're recording this a week late because I ended up getting sick, so I ended up ingesting a shit ton of things. I'm going to cut it off though at I've watched the first 2 episodes of The Penguin.
Ooh.
It's fantastic. I understand even from 2 episodes in why it's getting as much acclaim as it's getting.
I hear it pops off in the 3rd episode.
Yeah.
And holy shit, Lower Decks was so good.
I was definitely going to talk about. I finished Star Trek Lower Decks, and it was obviously setting up in a way that it could continue for another season or 2, and they fucking should. But
Engage the core.
nope. So if you've not seen it, which I'm assuming is Hydee in this case, because
And I'm behind.
you've not seen it, but you've heard us yell about it a lot. Star Trek Lower Decks is an animated Star Trek show that is about the ensigns on like one of the least important ships in Starfleet. So it is just as close as you can get to normal schlubs in Starfleet.
Workplace comedy Star Trek.
It's so fucking like the problem is when you describe it that way, my brain is like, oh, it's like The Office, but like it is not. It is.
No.
It is Star Trek to its fucking core.
Star Trek, if it decided to have a workplace comedy take place on a show.
Star Trek had a sense of humor. Like,
That's
oh,
actually-
it's
yeah.
so
That
fucking
makes
It's
good.
very funny. And
It's in the running for my favorite Star Trek show of all time. Like, I think Next Gen still wins because some of my earliest memories are Star Trek The Next Generation. Like, it's just so intrinsic to who I am as a person in a way that's probably not super healthy if I look at it too closely. But, like,
I just want, like, a string of all of the alternate universe Cerritos is.
oh, that'd be fucking rad.
I need to catch up on
Yeah,
it.
it's so good. We won't go into further details on it, but
A lot happens, and it made me happy. Oh, although I think... I'm trying to rethink. The finale didn't make me emotional at all, though.
it made me a little emotional, but not too much. I kind of had time to prep for it. They really have to do some kind of follow-up. Like, the way they leave things, it's begging for a sequel series.
That speech to William, though, in the episode before,
Oh, I can see you.
that got me. That's maybe one of my favorite moments in science fiction.
Data popping up in an earlier episode made me feel feelings. I won't go into further details, but Data pops up, and it's Brent Spiner. So,
There's so much that could be said, but we won't.
okay, I can take that off my what I've been adjusting.
And that's where I'm going to hand it off to, because there's other things I could go into, but we're not going to sit here.
There's
that
four of
long.
us. Heidi, anything fun?
I had just finished Amari and the Despicable Wonders by B.B. Alston.
Novel?
Yeah, and it's a third in like the Amari series, and it's very much like, aimed at like whatever the age range was for like the first Harry Potter book.
So, young adult.
Yeah, and like, but it's really good, and the lead character is a girl, and she's black, and it's like based in Atlanta, which is kind of cool, and like there's a bunch of queer characters, and I think they start at like age like 12, and yeah, it's really cool. And yeah, it's very much like in the thinking of Harry Potter, and since like they go off to a school and like her and her friends like fight stuff and like learn lessons, but like it's nice in the sense that the writer is queer and the characters are really diverse.
Much more representative.
Yeah. And it's cute. It's sweet. The story is good, too.
I am such a whore for any kind of, like, magic school story.
Yeah.
Even if magic isn't a part of it, but just, like, that same feel.
Yeah, no, it's very much, it is a magic school.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, all 3 books were amazing. So, and I think there's going to be 5. So.
Sweet.
And the show I've been watching recently is Silo. It's kind of like dystopian. It's on Apple.
I think I got some ads for it.
It's really good. I feel like it's
Someone
very
at work was telling me about this as well. I'm trying to remember who it was, but it sounds fucking interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's like this dystopian future. Oddly enough, also takes place in Atlanta. I don't know why everything.
Just all about Atlanta lately.
Not
They get,
intentionally.
they get a film credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everything. Like the world is like fucked basically. So everyone lives in like these silos, but the people in the silos don't know there's other silos, and you like can't go outside because you'll die.
Very Fallout.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's really good.
Oh, me. It's my turn?
Sure.
Sorry, I forgot what we were doing for a second there. I've watched some movies, and I've been watching... I just moved, so I had a couple back burner TV series on that I was watching but not watching. So I rewatched the first 2 seasons of Food Wars.
Good choice.
I've been rewatching Hunter x Hunter in the background. I'm currently in... I just finished the Heaven's Arena arc, and now I'm getting into the Greed Island arc, I think is next. And been watching some Married at First Sight with my wife, Kat, which is a very fucking weird show, and it most of the time makes me angry. Because there's usually one asshole who's just like, why are you such an asshole? And then it's very clearly edited to make them an asshole.
Got a feel for those people, because I mean, there's a good chance they are just a dickhead, but like, you have to wonder if they're actually an okay dude.
Yeah.
Right.
But 9 times out of 10, it is a dude. So, and then rewatched Van Wilder.
Okay, and
Um,
how was that?
Held up about as good as you would expect a National Lampoon comedy from the mid 2000s to hold up.
Not well, but not as bad as a lot of others.
Yeah, like not good. Not as funny as I remembered it. A lot more fat jokes than I remembered. Only one surprisingly transphobic feeling joke, which I for some reason remembered more.
That's almost a victory when watching a comedy from like 2003. Like,
Yeah, that's a very good point.
which is just depressing statement about 2003.
And it's
like,
literally that like he's interviewing for a new assistant, and a beautiful woman comes sits down, and he's like, "So what's your name?" And it's like a low male voice, and it's like Terry, and that's the whole joke, and it's like, oh, that's a shitty joke. Thank God this is basically the cold open of this movie.
just get it
But
out
also,
of the way.
fuck you for setting that tone this early. I only rewatched it because we've been talking about, on Word Balloons, we've been talking about various movies from our past, and it came up in context for something else, and I just wanted to revisit it because it came up, and I was like, fuck it, why not?
We watched Without a Paddle.
Ryan Reynolds is still as handsome as the day is long. Like,
I love that you rewatched that. How did that hold up for you?
It was fine. Wasn't as funny as I remembered it being. Wasn't as terrible as I thought it was going to be.
It just like the kind of, I remember it being like relatively like kind of like wholesome, heartwarming ending.
A little bit more wholesome than I remembered it being, until like they light an entire field of weed on fire, which I completely had forgotten about.
That's sad. Why would you waste that?
I don't know.
Also, that's dangerous. You could burn down a forest that way.
It was because the rednecks and their grow operation, they put their warning lights way too close because they set up like homemade fireworks to go off if anybody went into the field.
That's right. Yes.
wasn't that Seth? What's his name? The guy, kid from like Austin
Yeah,
Powers.
Seth Green's in it.
Seth Green's
Dax
in it.
Shepard.
Dax Shepard, and why am I forgetting his name? He's Shaggy.
Oh yeah,
Matthew Lillard.
yeah, Matthew Lillard.
Really?
Yeah,
Alright.
it's
Uh,
fine.
That's your
It's
memories of Without a Paddle, I guess.
I imagine it's just as fine. I probably imagine it actually holds up.
I think
better
it holds
than
up better than Van Wilder, but I haven't watched Van Wilder.
It probably holds up, but I can say that this without having seen Without a Paddle in several years, it holds up better than Van Wilder. I also watched a movie that I'm curious if any of you have seen. I think I asked you about it at work earlier, but I'm not sure. But 1993 release, My Boyfriend's Back.
No.
Premise is basically a guy has been in love with this girl since they were like 6. They're now in high school. It's his senior year. He wants to ask her out to prom. He decides that he's going to come up with a harebrained scheme with his best friend, who's also an asshole. That he's very low. She's like, this guy's a dick. I hate him, but he's my best friend. Where he's going to have his best friend come into the convenience store she works at and pretend to rob them, and he's going to stop the robbery. Except a real robber shows up and intercepts the best friend and goes in and accidentally, intentionally kills this guy to rob this store. And in the process of dying, he asked for a date to prom, and she says yes, and that's enough to apparently will him the ability to come back to life as a zombie.
Huh.
I don't know how I haven't seen
Okay.
this.
It's fucking wild.
The 90s was a weird
That was
goddamn
very
time.
strange. Especially 93. Some weird movies came out in
The whole
93.
time I'm watching it, I'm constantly just like, fuck, how did this get made? And how did this get a budget for the set design, the production that it actually gets? Because there's some beautiful matte paintings. It ends with like him going to like heaven essentially, to like face a judgment for his time on Earth. And turns out like, oh, he shouldn't have died in the accident. That's the big end bit of the ending, is that the robber was supposed to trip on some coffee and then didn't, and accidentally shot him. But like, Philip Seymour Hoffman is in this as the school bully, who accidentally kills himself.
Damn.
In 1993, that's a young Philip Seymour.
It's
Yeah.
a young Philip
Yeah.
Seymour Hoffman. And then it's also got Matthew Fox, the guy who plays Jack on Lost. He plays the girl's boyfriend, who's just like constantly just like trying to say like, you want to fuck this zombie? Why do you want to fuck this zombie? He's a zombie. And then just a barrage of character actors. It has Ed Herman, who plays the grandfather in Gilmore Girls, which
Oh, yeah.
it was
Matthew McConaughey is in this.
As guy number 2.
as guy number 2.
Renee Zellweger had her scenes cut from this movie.
Oh, damn.
That's fucking weird because they're both in a weird Texas Chainsaw
Yep.
Massacre that's relatively around the same time, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, when was Next Generation?
I have no clue. I'd have to look that up. But it's streaming on Amazon Prime right now, and it is fucking weird.
The return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The Return.
What year was that?
95.
So like 2 years later, fucking weird. Although the main guy and the main girl from this movie could not tell you who they are or what they're from. I ended up looking it up and like I was like, oh, okay, I'm familiar with these movies, but like completely unrecognizable. It was literally the extras and like the rest of the cast that made this movie for me. His mom and dad in the movie are fucking hilarious. There's some very good bits in it. Like the mom is just like trying to like just like, well, you need to eat, so like I picked you up a kid. She stole the kid from a fucking grocery store and just has him sitting on a platter for her zombie son. It's a fucking
As
weird
you do.
movie.
That's
It's
so weird.
it's weird, but not as weird as that other one we were talking about earlier. But it's a weird. It's like a
Different
weird.
weird.
A different weird. It's like a slapsticky comedy weird. A very 90s comedy romance weird.
What was that other movie that you've been messaging me about?
Oh, and then I also watched Ready to Rumble.
Ready to Rumble, the wrestling film about WCW that destroyed WCW.
One of my best friends in high school, he won, I think it was off of one of the Pop Tops, like the soda top win, sweepstakes. He won the Ready to Rumble t-shirt, so I just remember him wearing that all the time. But he was also my friend that was most into wrestling. And so we also watched that movie like 15, 20 times, and like, a diamond upside down's a pussy.
The movie is supposed to be fine,
It's-
from what I understand.
And upon rewatch, it's actually it aged better than I expected.
I actually want to watch it.
There was I was in full honesty doing a bunch of shit while I was watching this movie. I just moved recently, so I was in the process of reorganizing my living room and unpacking boxes, so I was not paying full attention to it. So, but there was no glaringly offensive bits that were like, oof, that like so like dog whistle kind of offensive bad that like pulled me back into it. So, but it aged about as exactly as good as you'd expect for a wrestling movie with David Arquette and Scott Conn. And a lot of a fuck ton of wrestlers.
A lot of
like
wrestlers.
most of the WCW roster.
Goldberg.
Goldberg, Sting, Diamond Dallas Page. I was looking at the list. It said John Cena, which doesn't make sense, but
No.
John Cena would not have been in that movie. But the reason it destroyed WCW had been the big competitor to WWF, now WWE. And they had been winning forever, like they had been just about to put WWF out of business, and then they stumbled and never quite recovered. And they started making wild fucking choices to try to get attention. So they're like, cool, we'll help you make this movie Ready to Rumble or whatever. And then, as like cross-promotion, the main actor, David Arquette, will become our world champion. So, like, you know, our Hulk Hogan.
So
And
Dewey from Scream.
yes, became world heavyweight champion in WCW. It is considered
They didn't
maybe
even make him like middleweight.
no, there's not. Yeah, no, he was
Or
he-
like A goof weight something?
He held the biggest belt that you can hold. It was a belt with like a 50-year history. People like Sting and Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair had held this belt. Like the most famous wrestler, some of the most famous, some of the best wrestlers in history, and David Arquette. And even Arquette was like, they should not be doing this. What is happening right now? And it is considered maybe the single worst move in wrestling history, and WCW died within a year.
I don't want to speak for Hydee, but I might be the least invested in wrestling in the room. But that's fucking insulting.
Like, that was, yes.
I know nothing about wrestling, but yeah, that's...
Here, I have that list of people.
Oh, do it.
Bill Goldberg, already mentioned.
Goldberg.
DDP.
Diamond Dallas Page, who
Sting.
started at our age. He turned like 35 and he's like, I'm going to be a professional wrestler now. And he did it. Sorry.
Nice.
Booker T.
Booker T fucking rules.
Yes. Macho Man Randy Savage. Bam Bam Bigelow.
Okay.
Sid Vicious.
Okay.
Juventud Guerrera. I love Hoovy.
That's Eddie Guerrera's cousin?
Kurt Hennig.
Okay.
Disco Inferno.
He's real bad.
Billy Kidman.
I know the name, but I'm not placing it. He's one of those... It's not important. He exists.
Conan.
Okay. Oh, Conan's a big name in Lucha.
Rey Mysterio Jr.
Fuck yes.
Perry Saturn. Prince Iakea. Van Hammer. Gorgeous George. And Chris Canyon also shows up at the end.
All right, that's a few people. Mm-hmm. That is a high quality roster right there. Holy shit.
I specifically at a point had to text you to ask if this... I knew that elements were a thing, but I didn't know if this was a real thing that's actually happened. The big climax of the movie basically has a triple cage match where it's 3 cages, one biggest at the bottom, a medium one in the middle, and then a small cage at the top, where they have to fight their way up to get the belt on the very top of the cages.
I have never seen a match like that. I am sure variations exist. Cage matches are definitely a thing. Ladder matches are definitely a thing. It is really funny to watch with my wife because she fucking loves ladder matches because they're very violent.
Oh.
And it turns out my wife is extremely violent when you watch
Rose McGowan gets taken out by a ladder, and it's very fucking funny.
Rey Mysterio Jr. put his son through a ladder in one thing we watched, and we're like, yeah!
Yeah!
Fuck that guy!
Dom sucks.
Dude, he's so good at being a shithead. Wow, that is... I have to watch... Sting retired this year.
It's streaming on Amazon Prime right now.
I might have to, watch that. That's insane. Let's see, what do I got? Oh, I'm watching... Booker T is an announcer on a show that I'm watching this Saturday.
Nice.
Because he's so funny as an announcer because he's done too many drugs over the years. And so he's just being like, oh yeah, come on, I like it. Oh yeah, get him some. Just agreeing or arguing with whatever. It doesn't matter what the other person says. He will just argue with it for argument's sake, even if it's exact opposite of what he said.
Booker T. Booker T. I love... That was a great cast list, honestly. I'm still looking over at this.
You were a WCW guys too, so
I watched both. It was during the middle of the Monday Night Wars. You watched both to see who was gonna, because they were trying to one up each other all the time. To
fully reference,
I remember this, and I wasn't following wrestling, but I remember the war between WCW and WWE.
To fully kind of reference how weird this choice was. One, David Arquette later joined wrestling and did indie wrestling as I know I didn't deserve this belt, so I'm gonna go learn to wrestle as an apology. And the guy who I have on my shirt, Cactus Jack, described Mick Foley described winning the equivalent belt in WWE as the equal of winning an Oscar. It is the wrestling equivalent of winning an Oscar, because it's not a real fight, but the amount of work that you have to put into this on all levels is the same kind of like investment level. So it is absolutely lunatic that they just gave that to Dewey from Scream.
Right, like I remember Tyler recently talked about it on one of the episodes we did recently. I can't remember if it was Word Balloons or General Nerdery, but he was talking about how hard it is to get to that prestige as a wrestler because you have to have so many things working for you because it's not actually like a sport, it's sports entertainment, where in which you have to get the fans on your side, you have to get the story on your side, you have to get the people behind the story on your side.
And then you have to be good enough in the ring.
And that.
And when there's other people doing backflips, like, it's...
So, like, that's a fucking challenging bar to hit, so...
let's
So,
see.
like, giving him the fucking belt's insulting. I get that. That's fucked up.
Let's see, what do I have? I've got a couple of things. YouTube's been giving me a bunch of Lucha Underground to watch lately, which is fucking great. That is... Robert Rodriguez set up a wrestling federation of just Mexican luchadors. Luchador is the Mexican wrestlers that have the masks on and stuff, and they do a bunch of flippy shit. It's fucking rad.
Will you send me this? Because that's how you get me into wrestling.
Yeah, dude, come over and I will get you into wrestling just by, like, making dinner and making a night of it. It's
We
fucking
can just
great.
move up doing the wrestling episodes.
Done. Okay, yes. On that similar one, I went to a live show that I have not ever been to before, and the first time I left my house after 7 p.m. in a long fucking time, I went to Montana Drag Wrestling.
Oh, cool.
It is everything that those words say. It's a drag show that does
Wrestling.
entire wrestling
And
themes.
they wrestle?
Kind of.
Okay.
They do wrestling moves. I saw someone do a sharpshooter. It's awful fucking wrestling, but like that's, and I don't mean that offensively.
Is it a drag show that happens to take place in a wrestling setting with wrestling themes, or is it...
There are belts. There are competitions for the belts. One is as simple as a lip sync for your life when winner takes the belt, but then there's also like, there's matches, there's heels. One of the heels is a faction called BAD, Bitterrooters Against Drag. And it's a bunch of people in like redneck drag that show up to talk about how much they love Jesus and hate drag. And then they got into a wrestling match. They don't have a ring, but they have like padding on the ground. And they fucking did it wasn't like a German suplex, but it was, you know...
Mm-hmm.
a pedigree or something like
That's
that.
amazing.
That is so fucking good. As someone who's lived in the Bitterroot for too long at points, that's so fucking
It's
good.
so fun. They've got like,
I also just realized how good of a drag name Randy Savage is, but anyway.
oh my god, yeah.
Oh,
But like, it's
That's
full.
a great drag name.
yeah.
It's full drag. It's full, like, it's not full wrestling, but it's wrestling. They're doing the moves. They've got the announcers. They have the interactions with the audience and stuff. They have referees. There's like rulings and stuff. It was wild. They've got a version of the Royal Rumble coming up in March. They do like 4
Okay.
shows a year. I'm going to start going. I kind of want to get a hold of them and see if we can get one of them to come on our show.
Oh, that'd be fucking cool. We would let's figure out if they do that. I would love to do some promotion for
I
them.
kind of want to get a hold of them and be like, can I make you nicer belts? I'm a leather worker. Like, and the belts are fine. It's just,
You could.
I could. I make pretty cool leatherworking shit at this point. I definitely felt bad because, like, okay, I got up at 4 a.m. that day. The show didn't start till 8 p.m. and I worked the next day. And so we got to, like, the show and I'm ready to, like, usually I'm going to sleep before too long. And the Bitterrooters Against Drag were talking about how they cannot wait to be out of this sea of sin, this den of iniquity, and driving home that sweet ride back to the Bitterroot. And I was like, you're an asshole, but I also want to take that sweet ride back to the Bitterroot, which is back to my home so I can sleep, but you're a bad person. But it's so... Fuck, there's like a wrestling match over divorce papers going on and stuff between these two.
Fuck, that's so
There's
good.
like kayfabe divorce happening. That it's a married couple that are doing the announcing and stuff. They like stop to discuss consent at one point to make sure you understand, because the wrestlers will like get into the audience and stuff and go through. It was a drag show with all of the trappings of a wrestling except for like an actual ring.
Yes, please. I want to go to this so bad. That sounds so fucking fun.
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And then let's see oh, Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
Oh,
It's really good.
It's so good.
Okay, so you've seen this?
Yes.
Yeah. It is, I mean, it's everything we were promised. It is Star Wars The Goonies.
Yeah.
With a surprising amount of, like, actual Star Wars world building.
okay.
There's a hook that they reveal on, like, episode 2, early episode 3, that's just supposed to be this, like, oh my god moment that you kind of pick up really fast before anyone else does, but not in a way that, like, not in a way that makes you annoyed at the characters. You know, sometimes when there's, like, a big swerve that you catch on to way too early, and you're like, no, you fucking morons, catch up with what's happening here. It makes sense that these people don't know. I'm trying not to, like, spoil this while also talking about this. I'm really enjoying it. It is not my favorite droid, but it's, like, top 5. There's this old pirate droid that is basically just, like, Long John Silver.
It's amazing.
You could put him in Muppet Treasure Island, and, like, other than he would have to be a Muppet instead of CGI, you would have to change, like, fucking nothing.
Okay.
He
Okay.
And, like, okay, there's a plot line of they're trying to go to his former captain's, like, hideout, and it's been the mountain that the hideout is in has been redone as this, like, high-end spa. And he's just so offended the entire episode and, like, keeps trying to strangle someone, but they've put a restraining bolt on him so he can't do violence. So every time they're like, and here's the mud bath. And they're like, that was supposed to be the acid pit to hide people. Like, it's
Nice.
It's dumb, but in a, like, you know, as we said, the Goonies kind of way. But also in a similar way of Lower Decks, of it at the same time doesn't feel out of place for the world that they put it in. It would be so easy to do Goonies but Star Wars and have it not feel like Star Wars. This still feels like that world. It's just a different part of it than we've ever seen before.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I just mostly got to remember it.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's
for
great.
some reason, I never remember, like, it exists when I'm just scrolling through things.
Dude, there's already 3 things we've talked about in this ingestion alone
That's the problem with
that I've already forgotten about that I want to go back and watch.
This is the problem with ingesting. I felt like I've been going through like a run through of kind of trashy adaptation comic books lately. Like,
Okay.
So for some reason, Image Comics got the right to release G.I. Joe and Transformer comic books. And I went, I don't give a shit because I don't care about Transformers or G.I. Joe other than I am in, like, they're major properties for big companies, so I find that part interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All of these books are so fucking good. And I don't know how to handle this. So I picked up a few others, like I read some Thundercats and went, oh, actually, like, kind of enjoying this. Picked up some Space Ghosts. It fucking rules. Space Ghost is badass. How did I not know this fact? Gotcha Man sucks ass. Battle for the Planets, whatever you want to call it. It's Power Rangers without any of the things that make Power Rangers kind of fun and all of the things that make me hate the Power Rangers.
Okay.
Why do I feel like Trad Moore got to do some of the Transformers and G.I. Joe stuff?
Well, I got Daniel Warren Johnson to do it, but Trad Moore could do it really well. Like,
I feel like he did at some point, but
I don't know.
I just always
You love Trad Moore so much.
got such a fucking hard on for his art.
I think that's most of what I got.
Oh, because you mentioned it and it reminded me, I watched a Muppet Christmas Carol, and I did watch Die Hard.
Oh, I watched, because as I said, we're recording this, it's December 30th. Watched Christmas Carol twice on accident. Not on accident, but like it.
without planning it.
We had friends over to watch Muppet Christmas Carol and eat goose, which is one of the best ideas my wife and I have ever had. It was fantastic, highly recommend. But our friend had to leave early, and she had not seen Muppet Christmas Carol since like the 90s.
Okay.
So she came over the next day and watched it. And then I put on Muppets Mayhem because I just wanted a little more Muppets. And I'm like, I'll watch an episode or so of this. And then we watched the whole fucking thing in one sitting. So in a 48-hour period, I watched a 10-episode Muppet TV show and Muppet Christmas Carol twice.
They still need
No
to
regrets.
They still need to release the one track from that show that they haven't that I would listen to on repeat.
Rockin' Robin?
The fucking mumble rap Rockin' Robin.
Yeah, it's been great.
I don't know. The Modest Mouse one's pretty solid. Heidi, have you seen this show? It is a Muppet show about just the band, like the Electric Mayhem from the Muppets, making their first album, but they're like the only Muppets that show up in it.
Huh.
So there's no Kermit.
Other than there's a good bit with the one other one that I don't want to spoil, but there is one other Muppet that shows up.
That's true. There is one other Muppet.
Okay. But like it's just
That does sound really good.
it's so funny. It's so weird. It's not a deep show. It's a fucking Muppet show.
It's
But
Muppets.
like it's
Yeah.
It's a really well-crafted Muppet show that does play on the behind the music documentary-esque narrative of like documentary filmmaking within the Muppets, and made me fucking love Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
I have opinions on lips now, but we've done a whole episode on this.
Yeah.
We do not need to dive back into Muppets Mayhem. For sure. Anyways, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll go to what they're kind of a living Muppet. Like David Tennant and Ncuti Gatwa both are sort of just Muppet people.
The more David Tennant ages, especially.
He's like evolving into a Muppet.
So I wore my Tom Baker Fourth Doctor scarf today to get in like the right mood or mindset. I tried to say mood set twice there. Like just I can do it. Nope. I can do it. Nope. Okay. Mindset to get in the right mindset. Main thing I learned from this is that the 12-foot scarf is the most impractical fucking thing. It's also very warm.
My old roommate had one. I remember wearing it around for like half a day and just being like, well, I'm kind of over this right now.
Yeah, like I'm just imagining Tom Baker had to run around in this and a bunch of like corduroy. Like Jesus fucking Christ. His later season one was 25 feet long.
Really?
Yeah. Like the later, he got just a bizarrely long one later on. I think it was his kind of red one.
Yeah.
I don't.
20
Okay.
foot.
Now, if I had to walk across town in like a snowstorm,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
This is great when it's really cold, but it's
But it's not that cold yet.
No.
worryingly so.
It's almost
Yes.
like there's a climate change or something.
Anyways, Doctor Who. So Stephen, we've never actually asked this. Like the rest of us have discussed, but what is your history relationship with Doctor Who?
I got into Who with New Who with Eccleston, and probably if I remember correctly, I think I watched some 10 episodes first, and then went back and started with Eccleston forward, renting them on DVD at Hastings. And
what a moment in time that sentence was.
yeah, I wanted to say it out loud
Oh,
because I
I
just
miss
thought about
that.
that. I do too. I really miss that. And then stayed pretty concurrent with the series up through. I fell off during Capaldi. Had a death in the family that really just kind of made watching new content hard for me. And have not gotten back into it until just now for this episode.
Okay, and you've talked with me with Capaldi, so you've seen at least most.
I've seen most of Capaldi. I think I've seen. I'm pretty sure I've seen all of Capaldi. I don't know if I've seen the specials that the last couple specials that he did.
Okay. So you've seen No Jodie.
I've seen No Jodie.
Heidi has seen everything.
Yep.
I have seen these, like I've seen up through these, but I've not watched further because I knew we were going to do an episode, and then eventually it just reached the point that I was like, oh, well, I'll save them to be fresh because we're doing an episode. And honestly, when we're doing these is because I was like, I cannot wait another season. We have to do this. You've, Tyler, not finished Jodie?
The last time I watched Doctor Who was the last time we did one of these episodes.
Okay, so you've seen like the first 3 or 4 episodes of Jodie Whittaker then, but not further.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was kind of curious. I knew we were all at like different levels of Who, which is why I was one of the reasons I was looking forward to doing this, because I kind of like it when we're coming from completely different.
Am planning to go back and watch Jodie. Do want to watch it. Just
Absolutely. Sure.
had circumstances in my life that prevented me from being able to watch it in a mindset I could. So,
yeah, my biggest problem is there's only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we watched all of Farscape in the space of like 3 months, so fucking nothing else for a long time there. So this is the return of David Tennant and
Donna Noble.
Yes, but I'm trying to think of Catherine Tate.
Catherine Tate, yes.
And behind the scenes, Russell T Davies is the taken over as showrunner again. He's the guy that was responsible for the relaunch of Doctor Who in what was that, 2005?
Yeah,
I think so.
And he ran the show from Christopher Eccleston through all of David Tennant's seasons. He took over when it went over to Disney. I don't know if you know this. Did you know Grant Morrison almost got this job?
I thought I saw something about that.
Or he applied to be a showrunner for Doctor Who and did not get it.
Weird choice. I mean, Russell T Davies is great, and I'm glad they went with him. But like, I would love that.
Didn't Morrison also own heavy metal for a couple of years?
Yes, he owned heavy metal. Also, the guy who wrote Babylon 5 applied for this job.
Oh.
And had conversations about it, which would have been fucking weird because he's not British.
No.
He's actually a really good comic book writer, but it would have been so fucking weird. So this is on Disney Plus. Disney owns not the production. Disney is distributing this show and gave them funding to make this show, and it's a great deal for Disney because it cost them fucking nothing on the scale of things. And Doctor Who's like, we've never had this much money in our life. We can buy 2 mops now. Like,
Geez, no, holy shit, you can tell.
yeah.
yeah.
I turned on, I was like, wait, this is am I watching Doctor Who?
Like,
Yeah, dude, the fucking TARDIS looks dope.
especially when you put David Tennant back in it. Because, like, you know, when Stephen Moffat took over with Matt Smith and stuff, a lot of the camera work got really upgraded. It was very noticeable. Jodie's stuff was very beautiful camera work. Again, very, like, nice upgrades.
The way that was
there.
shot actually was a lot of really beautiful scenes.
Heidi and I talk about this a lot. You know, Jodie is probably especially of the new Who, our least favorite of it, but it's not actually anyone's, like...
Somebody's got to be.
Yeah, it's not really anyone's fault. I think what it is the closest to classic Who in a way that everyone was like, all the old school Doctor Who nerds were saying they wanted, but then you know, went back to it and it felt weird because it's a much more like removed Doctor and it gets much less into like the deep interpersonal relationships, while modern Doctor Who is all about the fucking melodrama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I think this is a very unpopular opinion. I think Jodie is not my least favorite. I think my least favorite is actually Eccleston. But
I was literally just thinking this, in that he might be my least favorite solely from I need to have a bottom, and he
only had 13 episodes.
He only had 13 episodes to really build out, and he was kind of. I will give Eccleston the hugest brick of salt with this with his role, in that like he had to pick up the war-torn Doctor into a new series that was supposed to like fucking boot whole Doctor Who
with like no budget.
With no budget, and he does a great job, but also at the same time, I kind of just, compared to everybody else, it's just my least favorite.
Yes.
No shade, just like everything else does it a little better for me.
Yeah.
What I've seen.
I understand as someone who is like ride or die for old cranky doctors. Like, there's a reason Capaldi's my favorite. I love it when the doctor is just like, you fucking morons. And Eccleston was the prototype for that of the modern stuff. So
And I really love Capaldi's Doctor too. I think think Capaldi. I would rank Capaldi over Eccleston for me personally.
It's the fuckity bye doctor.
Capaldi's near the top for me.
I think Capaldi. It might go Eccleston next. For I love Eccleston. Matt Smith and David Tennant, I can never make up my mind on because they're very different doctors.
War Doctor.
Dude, John Hurt killed it.
Yeah.
I would have watched like 10 seasons of John Hurt.
I would have too.
I think Tennant may have edged out Smith for me with these specials.
I agree completely. I felt the same way.
Not that they do anything especially incredible for Tennant or Tennant's character overall, but I feel like just the sheer love I have for Tennant's Doctor really is noticeable for me with these specials.
Yeah.
Like these new ones?
Yes.
Okay.
And it just sealed it with Donna for me.
I will say...
Fuck yeah.
She's hands down my favorite companion of all time.
I think I like older David Tennant more than I like younger David Tennant. But again, I like older kind of cranky doctor.
I ended up with a weird thing with it, like seeing David Tennant again, because it was kind of like getting on a bike, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm back. Like, it's Doctor Who. Like, it's the Doctor. It's David. But it was also kind of like getting on a bike, where, like, I've done it a million fucking times. Like, I was hoping for something new to hit me, and I was just kind of like, no, it's just the Doctor.
The perfect analogy for why I feel like the seal cinches it for me is that it's like riding a bike. It's nothing special, but it's just like riding a bike. It feels right.
Yeah. It just felt nice to see both of them again in this context with Russell T Davies writing. It just felt right.
It was one of those things. So the way this happened, like these specials, I think Russell T Davies was already signed on to do these. But during COVID, in the way that, you know, everyone was desperately like streaming stuff to put out new content, whatever you could fucking do, the Russell T Davies, David Tennant, and Catherine Tate were watching old Doctor Who episodes they had done together, and Catherine Tate was like, wouldn't it be fun to do this again? Just, you know, not thinking anything of it. And Russell T Davies, who knows he's going to be running Doctor Who again, but they have not announced it yet.
Oh.
It's just like sending DMs being like, so what you up to? And it makes... I was really nervous about them bringing these ones back because, like, I love nostalgia, but it would have been so easy for this just to be... Nostalgia's not always... Like, a nostalgia run's not always a good thing.
Nostalgia's a hell of a drug. And drugs are fucking not always good.
And well, and nostalgia is so popular in our culture right now. I mean,
Because we're all sad millennials that long for the past.
Sure, and Gen Xers and yada yada yada. Like, things are stressful right now, so we want the stuff from our childhood, particularly because we were like trained by product placement.
Yeah.
But we've seen where there's places where that's a good thing and we're getting really cool shit, and then every once in a while they're like, we're bringing this back. We're like, you did not have to.
But I'm still going to watch Happy Gilmore too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, we don't know because that one's not come out yet, but I don't have high expectations.
I'm
Guys,
still going to watch
you're
Happy
still gonna
Gilmore
watch
too.
like, have you watched Toby Halloween out of curiosity?
No.
Watch it.
Okay.
Watch it.
I've never seen that one.
It's a new one he did for Netflix. It's fucking weird and good.
I watched Hotel Transylvania recently that he's in.
Surprisingly, one of his best like broad comedies in years.
But anyways, Adam Sandler aside,
It gives me hope for Happy Gilmore 2.
Like, it would have been so easy for this to just be schmaltzy. Like, too reveling in just like, oh my god, we have these back, and we're just going to, like, try to catch that 2005 melodrama. Or to just ignore everything that has happened between then. It would be, you know, especially with Jodie being divisive, most of it in unearned ways.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been very easy for them to just be like, okay, let's not talk about that. Let's just kind of pretend that never happened. We'll just pick up like right where we left off. And credit to it, this show does not do that.
That's very true.
I really appreciated that.
They acknowledged that.
And I actually think like it's in some ways kind of smart for a huge part of these was bringing back lapsed fans, particularly putting it on Disney Plus. So you're bringing in lapsed fans, you're bringing in new fans, you're bringing in people who might not have picked this up before, but are at least like aware of it. Bringing in some of their better known stuff for a quick nostalgia run that brings it into the modern day and has them actually like deal with modern stuff and not just try to feel like 2005 again. And then move on into your new Doctor, I thought was a really smart way of setting up.
Yeah, I honestly think that they did it perfectly. Because it wasn't just nostalgia for nostalgia's sake. It was like picking up a story. And it, you know, that's like time travel.
So
But like, and it was, you know, it's not like they were the same people. And I thought that was really important. Is like, it was obvious that Tennant's Doctor was a different Doctor this time. Like, it wasn't 10, despite what the Disney Plus captions will tell you.
yeah, they made such a big deal about like, this is the 14th Doctor, not the 10th Doctor. And then all of the closed captions had 10th Doctor.
10th Doctor.
Yeah.
God damn it, Disney.
I mean, it's the 14th Doctor, but it's the 10th Doctor came back as the 14th iteration.
Yeah.
With some pepper on him.
How much different Doctors are has always been a little...
For the sake of argument, we're going to say he's a different
Wibbly-wobbly.
Doctor.
Well, yeah.
But for our hearts, he's the same.
Yeah.
Both hearts.
Both hearts.
Okay, so well, we watched what is it? The Star Beast. We watched Wild Blue Yonder, The Giggle,
Yes?
and The Church on Ruby Road.
Yes.
Okay. So the 4 specials that came out last year before the new one launched. We kind of purposely split it up this way. 1, just so we didn't have to watch too many episodes in one go, and then 2, because there was like a 6-month gap between this and the new series. So I guess let's go with I'm trying to think of like where to start, because I mean we'll just go episode by episode, but kind of where to start discussion. Because Heidi and I both watched, as I said, the regeneration scene. And have you watched the Children in Need special that they produced?
I think so.
Okay. They did a brief short in between the regeneration scene and this that is the freshly regenerated Doctor accidentally helping inspire the creation and design of the Daleks.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's like a skit, and he accidentally breaks the gun of like the new Dalek war machine while Davros is like in the bathroom or something.
Oh,
And
I've
he
seen
puts,
that.
Yeah, I made you watch
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And to try and hide it, he puts like a plunger and then leaves, and Davros is like, interesting, I like it.
That's a good bit.
And we pop up here. I guess, like, first off, okay, so we have David Tennant. Credit to him, unlike in, like, the 50th anniversary special, he's not trying to, you know, as we said, he's not the 10th Doctor. He's not trying to wear the 10th Doctor's incredibly skinny suit. I mean, he's still got a pretty skinny suit. But
Although
like,
that's a fucking great line about the skinny suit that Donna gives him
you
about
can
like,
wear it after 35.
oh god,
Up
dude,
to
that
35.
that fucking killed me.
But like his new look, and this was another divisive thing. This is one of the first times the Doctor's clothes regenerated with the Doctor.
Right.
Because we never get him wearing Jodie's clothes. And there was a lot of debate on this, and RTD talked about it basically like, he was saying like, oh, I respect, drag, and I respect... I didn't want it just to turn into the joke being David Tennant is wearing women's clothing.
Right. There'd be too many people potentially laughing at it for the wrong reasons.
Yes, so he just skipped over it. I don't know if I agree with that choice. I get it.
I will find fault with it only from the fact that I felt like they did weird costume bits with the next regeneration. Like, when they split, what is he, a 15th Doctor, I guess?
Yeah.
He's wearing just the underwear and an undershirt that the 14th Doctor was wearing.
Do you know how they chose that? They literally just laid out the costume in front of them, and then one at a time they would just pick
a
piece of clothing from it.
That's
Tennant
great.
got first, and Tennant picked pants.
That's fantastic.
Smart.
And I thought it was when I watched that bit, I thought it was like, oh, that's a funny bit. Like, he just got those half of the clothings, and he got those other half because they just split. But knowing that, I was like, oh well, I feel like you could have come up with something.
I don't want to spend too long on it.
I mean, it's not, to me, like, it's not like she was super feminine. Like,
no, her clothes, she
wasn't wearing, like, even if she was wearing a dress, but, like, she wasn't wearing a dress. She was wearing, like, pants and a shirt and, like, suspenders.
Yeah, it was a definite feminine cut of pants, but cuts that I would wear if I could get pants that size.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't, like...
They look comfy.
They do. Her entire outfit looked so fucking comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good fit. What I've seen of it, it's a good fit.
But I feel like...
I'd rock that fit.
I feel like they could have put him in it, and it wouldn't have, like...
Even just for a few minutes?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And part of it is I've always loved the scene where the Doctor picks his new outfit.
Yes.
But it doesn't hurt this episode in particular in any way, but
No,
like
it doesn't
literally
hurt,
there's
but I
nowhere
do
else where
miss
I
it.
get to talk about this, so...
Yeah.
And we get... It is unclear how long David Tennant has been the Doctor here. Because they did that little short story, or that little short, and then they did like a short comic of David Tennant as the 14th Doctor. I think it was just like a single issue thing. But it sure seems like...
Not that long.
Fucking, like 10 minutes for
Yeah.
him. Like...
I'll give him a week at the most.
I would doubt
Probably
that
not.
even.
No,
like,
a couple days.
a few hours.
Yeah.
But it seems to be long enough that he has at least settled in. Like, so often with new doctors, when they have the Doctor appear, he's a little off. They're a little off the rocker for an episode, which gives.
They're still regenerating.
They're still regenerating,
figuring out who they are
And
as they were doing it.
Yeah, I do kind of like that we skipped all that, because sometimes that can just, I feel like, go on for too long.
I like it because it gives the actors playing the Doctor a little time to kind of like play.
Yeah.
I feel like, but David Tennant doesn't need to play.
Right.
He's been the Doctor.
Yeah.
What do we think of the new Doctor look though? Like because it's very similar to classic David Tennant, but it's definitely
I don't
not.
like the hair. Personally,
I think that's just David Tennant's hair.
I didn't like it in the very last special when he's sitting with them at dinner.
especially that's where I noticed it. But then I realized
The rest of the time, whatever.
I played it back in my head. And I was like, oh, this has basically been his hair the whole time. This feels a little too anime evolution of 10.
I mean, a lot of 14 is him kind of doing an old man's version of that. So like he's still doing the spiked hair again, or but it's a lot messier and not as working as well as before.
100% is that I definitely wanted to have 10's hair when it was airing, and then like I definitely brought that like a picture of
Dude, me
David
too.
Tennant to a hairstylist like, this is what I would like you to do, and then they didn't, and it was bad, and I was like, fuck.
See, at least mine was really honest of like, I don't think I can, buddy. Like, that's not, like, that's a lot of work, and you're getting a fucking $10 haircut from me, and you have to do a lot of, like, body and stuff to it. Like, and then I went bald, like, less than 10 years later. It did not last long, boys and girls, so...
And I couldn't do that, and I can't do this one, so I don't like this hair. That's, I think, the full story.
I don't know. I actually really like this one. He's got like, it's instead of pinstripe, it's much more checkered. Mm-hmm. The like uneven, just one button done up in a way that looks like it's about to pop off. Like they talk about it a lot. He looks like he's about to fall apart, and they sell it in a way that I still think he looks like the Doctor. He still looks capable, but he also is burned out.
For me, it was honestly close enough to his old look that I didn't bother to investigate how it was different.
Fair enough.
I was just like, oh, that's not quite the same.
Yeah.
Shrug my shoulders, let's go.
Fair enough.
Same.
Okay.
I didn't give it too much thought. In all honesty, I was like, oh, it's Tenet.
It looked like Tenet to me. I was like, yep, that looks like 10. I guess he's 14. Depends on who I'm asking, I suppose.
They made him a new suit. Sweet.
It might be because I watched a like behind the scenes thing on their costuming choices that made me like, I don't know. I am always interested by the choices because usually the actor is involved in picking the wardrobe. So I'm always interested in the choices, and he's the first person to get to make the choices a second time like this.
On the note of wardrobe, especially with the first episode, I noticed that they made Unit. Like, the Unit Commandos, way more sci-fi.
Well, you kind of gotta, at some point, catch the fuck up, Unit.
I kind of just chalked that up to, like, budget.
I really, in hindsight, that's a great point. I didn't think about, like, they got that Disney budget.
I was like, that's why Unit looks good.
They can make them more sci-fi caught up.
Like, their headquarters look nice.
Oh, yeah. Look,
their headquarters was Avengers Tower.
It was hard for me to not think about that this entire first episode. I was just like, oh, they got money now.
Yeah.
Oh, they got money.
They got money.
Oh, they got money
got
now.
money now.
You can tell with the way
they got
that the
money
sonic
now.
screwdriver suddenly has like 400 new features and they're all rad.
Oh, yeah. That all makes sense now.
Like, because suddenly the sonic screwdriver it's like loading up hologram images or making a fucking like
Force field
thing, which that one came out of fucking left field.
Honestly, that one kind of bugged me.
I didn't love that
I'm
one.
like, there's too many times you could have fucking used this.
That one I admittedly did not love. I did like...
I like the force field only because of what he was using it for.
Fair.
Also,
if you ever like something we don't like, that does not mean that you are wrong by any stretch of the imagination.
I did like it in the context of having that, and then he immediately uses it for, like, it's good at resonating
Concrete.
I liked the resonating concrete. That made sense.
And
It's
then
the sonic
also
screwdriver.
Donna's husband making the bit about that's mortar.
Yeah.
Donna's like...
That's barley.
I love that they brought back Donna's husband and gave him such a role in this one. Because he was in the End of Time Part 1 and 2, but like...
Oh.
He doesn't get shit in those. And in a way,
right.
not in like an insulting way. He just...
I forgot he was in those, so...
The Doctor never interacts with him. We only ever kind of see him with Donna, but only in kind of background moments. So he's there. I don't think he ever gets a full... He gets like one speaking line.
Did not remember this.
I've watched The End of Time a lot, and I have a good memory for very specific... like, but it's literally like, hey, I brought presents kind of thing.
Yeah.
So bringing him and then giving him, like, he had a weird role of he's returning, but he has to come up with a character or, like, they have to develop a character that did not really exist.
Yeah. But he makes sense for Donna.
And fucking 10 minutes in, not even 10 minutes, like his first scene, you're immediately like, yep, you are the perfect person for Donna.
Makes perfect sense.
You are chill. You seem like that, like, he's got his very, like, I put up with all of this shit, but do I complain? Because there's no way you can be Donna's best friend or family member or whatever and not have to put up with so much shit.
Yes.
Wait, he's a taxi driver?
Yes,
I mean,
Does that mean he has the knowledge?
probably.
he put up with
That's
her
fucking weird.
giving away
10
lot
million,
of
150
money.
million pounds or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Major turn on, actually. I would be upset in the moment, but later excited by this concept.
I don't know, like, I'd give away a lot of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to think I would give away a lot of it, let's be honest. I
More
would-
trouble than it's worth. I don't want that shit.
I would probably keep enough to not have to go back to being a temp.
Yeah.
Is kind of my big thing on that one. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to work either.
And this is why you don't get to go in the TARDIS.
That's the reason.
You're not worthy.
It's like Thor's
True.
hammer.
Don't pretend that I am.
I mean, because she would give up the lottery and be the person she is kind of the reason she got into the
Yeah,
fucking
no, she's
TARDIS.
incredible. She kicks in. Oh god, that first scene with her, just ranging from the doctor. I mean, it was so obvious of like him running up to help someone because we knew Donna was coming back, taking it off. There's Donna, and then just putting it back on. Like it's a very straightforward joke, but they did it so well. And Donna coming back into being Donna immediately. From her first appearance.
Seamlessly. It was, yeah.
What I do find kind of interesting, though, like we've talked about it, Donna gets the short end of the stick probably more than any other companion, at least of the Russell T Davies era.
Oh, of the rest of what is her name?
Rose gets trapped in a parallel dimension with her family and a weird clone of the Doctor that I do not like, but like whatever. She gets basically her dream come true. Martha gets over her crush and then marries the hot black guy.
Okay, I was gonna say Martha, but then yeah, she does fine. She actually,
Yeah, I always forget that they actually do redeem her.
Martha gets the short end of the stick, and I find it kind of weird that the two rejected black characters get married. But, like, I don't think that was intentional.
Doesn't her husband eventually die?
Mickey?
Oh, what does happen to Mickey?
No, there was
They just don't talk about him because that actor got busted for being a sex creep.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, that checks out.
that checks out. I thought he like got an emotional death scene for some reason, but I probably think
No,
His
I
alternate
guess
universe him got an emotional death scene.
Yeah.
that's probably what I'm thinking of.
Was there like a Mickey and a Ricky? I don't know.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, Donna makes all the growth that she makes through, like, season 4. So much. It's maybe the best season, arguably the best season Doctor Who ever puts out.
I agree.
Top 3. And then at the very end, Donna loses all of her memories of the Doctor and goes back to who she was when we first met her. And I actually rewatched The Runaway Bride on Christmas. First time I'd seen it in several years, the first Donna episode.
That's a
And
great
it
episode.
is weird to watch, partly because of the budget things we were talking about, but also Donna is fucking shrill in that. She is unlikable. I know a lot of people liked her in that. I did
Really?
not
I
like
love her
Donna
in that.
I found her very mean.
I was won over by the end of the episode, but a lot of that episode I was like, man, I don't like, you're having a bad day and I'm sympathetic, but you need to like
Get with the program.
make some choices here.
Shit is going wrong, and you complaining about stuff is not going to help.
Not that I would be better, but
But I think that also shows Donna's growth too. 'Cause there was
It
growth
does.
even from there too when she entered in season
100%. But like when we at the end of season 4, she has gone back to who she was in the end of in The Runaway Bride.
4. Right.
She's everything she was before she met the Doctor, and it's kind of treated as this like terrible fucking thing because she's kind of a bitch again.
Yeah.
But what I like is because the Donna we get here is a lot closer to the Donna who's traveled with the Doctor, even before she remembers.
Knows.
Donna makes that growth on her own.
Yeah.
It's not just, I am a better person because I met the Doctor. It's, I had that moment that made me grow up. But that doesn't mean I will never grow up.
Yeah. Like she has, a husband. She has
A kid.
a kid.
But, like, it would have been so easy to have her still be that kind of, like...
A kid that she actively fights for, too.
True.
She's obviously not selfish when it comes to her kid.
But, like, it would have been very easy to kind of make her... I almost hate to use this word, but it's a very, like, British housewife way of looking at it. Kind of that, like, terrible shrew character that is popular in British sitcoms for years.
It is.
That, like, make Sean the henpecked husband or whatever because, she lost everything she had. But no, she's still incredible. Mm-hmm. She's just missing stuff. I don't know. I think that I am probably way overthinking the fact that they just didn't want to deal with, like, difficult Donna, but...
It's just interesting because I didn't read it as she would have made that growth anyway. I read it as she only made that growth anyway because she had such an experience with the Doctor, seeing him at his heights so many times that although she didn't have exact memory that would kill her supposedly, it was still seeping through into her life.
And they definitely talked about the Doctor subconsciously affected her.
Like that's what she literally says her reasoning for giving away the money is. She wanted to be
like the Doctor.
She just didn't know what she was trying to be like.
I guess. I don't know. I am just glad that we didn't have to deal with the runaway bride Donna, 15 years later.
I don't think they would have done that to her character.
And also, the fact that Donna's a weirdly good mother while probably being a giant pain in the ass to deal with as a, like...
See, that didn't surprise me at all. Like, of course she is. She's a fighter. She, stands up for what she believes, and of course she's going to be like the mama bear.
I guess she's so overpowering as a personality. Not that I ever expected to, like, hey, by the way, she's a shit-ass mother. Like, that'd be a fucking wild choice.
I think that's why she's such a good mom, though.
She hates kids.
Because
has one and fucking despises it.
Well, she has a kid that, has faced a lot of hate, so she's had to use that part of her to, be a total bitch to the people who are harassing her kids. So.
But also, like, we see with, Sylvia, who gets quite a bit of redemption in this. Her mom, having a domineering parent isn't always a sign of a good parent.
Right.
And I'm betting domineering is she's active involved in Rose's life.
But I also got the sense that, like, she wasn't domineering when it came to Rose. She was just domineering when it came to everyone else.
No, she's just domineering in by
general.
nature.
Yeah.
I'm just like... It's fun to see the balance there of, like, I am a really overwhelming person, but I'm a really overwhelming person on your side. Is always, like, where Donna rolls.
Maybe it's because I was raised by overwhelming people. But, yeah, no, Donna being, like, an awesome, like, mom made perfect sense to me. I was like, yeah, this tracks. This is, like, the perfect story arc for this character.
What do we think of Rose?
Great.
I love Rose.
No complaints.
A thing that is making... I like Rose, don't get me wrong. I actually, as an adult, like her more than other Rose. And I really liked other Rose when I was, 15 and the show came out. Like, just the right age group to be like, you're pretty.
I still love Billie Piper.
She's still gorgeous.
The way you just looked up.
He does that. Billie Piper. But there's a line at the end where she's talking about, like, oh, we can go to my daughter's recital. No, don't do that. She can't act. I don't know how to tell her. Which one is just such a fucking, like, good parent moment. But I saw the worst people on the internet be like, Catherine Tate obviously slid that line in there as a like indication of how unhappy she was with how everything's going. Like,
I don't.
no, she
think
fucking
so.
didn't.
No.
You fucking dipshits. Like,
That was just like a funny mom line.
yeah,
you know?
that probably Catherine Tate did not make up herself. Like, that does
No.
not.
Yeah, no, I
This
like
isn't
those.
He Hates Me, Doesn't He, from Blade Trinity.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah. I love. We're doing spoilers, obviously,
Yeah,
right?
that's all.
I love the bit that Rose is the ability to, like, the narrative MacGuffin of how to MacGuffin might not be the narrative device to like explain how Donna is able to survive,
Yep.
and
Because part of the Time Lord went into her, and thus.
like all of that, like in hindsight, really paid off for me in a great way.
Yes.
Like, I clocked the her little shop, her little shed being like TARDIS-esque very quickly.
See, I didn't
I
pick
did
that up
too.
until later.
I picked
but-
that
I
up
noticed it.
the first time I watched it, but I didn't pick up all the little monsters
No.
being like different things.
Oh, I definitely.
That was my favorite thing when they showed the little
They
monsters.
made
I
the
just kinda,
Daleks
I
so
kind of just thought of
fucking cute.
E.T.
And I want some of those little fucking cute little stuffed animals. They are
Right? Some are
fucking
really cute.
adorable.
The adipose,
The
is like
adipose.
100% accurate, and then the Dalek is like, happy little octopus man. I'm like, oh no, buddy. Oh, that is not how that one.
Wasn't there an Ood in there?
There was
Yeah,
an Ood,
yeah.
and there was a Jadoon, and I think there was a Cyberman.
Yes, there was a Cyberman.
was
I
a
think
Cyberman.
If they sold those, I would buy them.
I think the Ood was
Did
my
a
favorite.
Cyberman?
Yes, there was a Cyberman. Right.
With Donna?
Oh,
There had to have been, right?
I think so.
I think so.
No, I don't think there. It doesn't matter. It's not important.
Keep things going. I'll get
But
to the bottom of this.
I remember being like, oh shit, like, she named her Rose as subconscious. Wait, how the fuck? Because Rose is not
Yeah.
her dead name. Rose is the name she chose for herself.
Right.
And like I was starting to clock into that, being like, how the did her mom suggest it? Like, what are they gonna do with this? And then
Yeah.
oh no, she also inherited.
And I thought that was really cool. And of course, the whole like binary, non-binary thing. I was like,
Yeah,
that.
just thinking about it gives me chills.
You know, me too. I was,
I really
like,
fucking loved it
sobbing.
in the moment.
I felt a little weird about that one, to be honest with you, because Rose generally doesn't identify as non-binary. She identifies as a woman, as far as you can tell, as far as she's
Yeah.
presented, and then suddenly, like, oh, being non-binary is... So I don't know
I think
if
that's
she was
more of just explaining that you're not, you know, cis, that you're, you know, on a different side of the.
Sure, I guess. It just,
Yeah.
like...
It didn't stick for me in a bad way,
Yeah.
I don't know.
or in a way that didn't like
Maybe
not
because
work.
I had a roommate who was non-binary, who was very specific about, like... And obviously this is not true for every person. Gender is a spectrum, and thus... But for them it was very like, no, I am not man, I am not woman, I am non-binary, while Rose seems to be closer to she, they, rather than just they, them.
Yeah.
I am also mostly straight white man, talking out, like, probably way beyond my level there. I just remember being like, wait, is she non-binary? We're either.
I have a tendency to not ask questions and just try to usually go with a fuck yeah kind of energy.
Oh,
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah,
I'm never
that's-
going to correct someone
Yeah.
out there.
No, yeah, no, and I'm
I
not
was like,
saying
that
you
is
shouldn't,
Rose's
you know, it's just-
decision.
I did feel a little weird about, like, oh, it's too bad that you're presenting as a man. Otherwise, you would know how to deal with this. And I'm like, you know, like, a lot of jokes at men's expense, we kind of just gotta, like, take it at this point because of the, you know,
Everything.
history of our species. Like, I'm not arguing against that one, but also,
It felt really silly.
it felt unnecessary.
But I feel like it was okay only because, like, the doctor technically had only been in, like, a male body for what, maybe a week at that point.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why it was kind of funny to me. I was like, oh, okay.
I couldn't
But
find
also-
any Donna with any Cybermen.
Okay.
But she had the doctor in her head, so...
Yeah, exactly.
It's easy enough to write it away. I just had that moment of like, hey,
They never met.
But also the jokes made sense for Donna's character.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that's Donna.
So this story is actually based off of it's an adaptation of a very famous Doctor Who comic book.
Oh.
That was written by Pat Mills, who is best known as one of the major creators behind the character of Judge Dredd. And one of the founders of 2000 AD, which is one of the most intense British comic books of all time. And you have it right there. Who's the artist?
Dave Gibbons.
Dave Gibbons, best known as the artist on Watchmen.
Wild.
And these two did, back because they're both British artists, just did a Fourth Doctor story about the Star Beast and the Meep. That they're like, well, this is one of the most famous non-canon Doctor Who stories of all time. Let's just do that one.
Oh, so the Meep had been around.
The Meep originally met Tom Baker. The Meep, the whatever warriors, all of that is straight. That's part of why they look kind of goofy, is because they're based off a 70s Doctor Who comic book.
Beep the Meep.
Tyler's got a picture of it. It is an incredibly accurate, one-to-one translation to quote-unquote live action.
That's cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Which they've done before, like The Lodger, which is a Matt Smith
yeah.
episode, is an adaptation. The one where the Doctor hides his memory and joins a World War I boys' school for a while is an adaptation of a Seventh Doctor novel. So this is not uncommon for Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But it was definitely one of the ones where I was like, wow, you guys are hiding fucking nothing. You just added a B plot. Or made this your B plot to the A plot of the emotional arc of this.
That's cool. I love that kind of shit.
So I am curious because I own a copy of this comic book, so I knew what was going on. How quick did you catch on? Did you find out that the Meep is...
Oh, almost right away.
Okay.
It took me a minute, but I did, I don't trust this Meep. I think they might be evil. And then, 2 scenes later is, the trial.
I started to wonder. I was like, this creature's too cute. And it's too sweet. There's gotta be something wrong
There's
here.
gonna be a fucking Doctor Who twist to this.
Yeah.
I have nothing bad to say about this episode, but it also just felt kind of weirdly formulaic, which is how they got through so much of it so quickly. And so it was cool. So they introduced the super cute thing. So this is the thing.
I get it, though. Okay, so you're going to do multiple episodes with Donna. That means you need to invest an episode in bringing back Donna. And as we've talked about with Doctor Who, or just kind of any science fiction, sometimes when you need to get characters from point A to point B, sometimes the best way is to do formulaic sci-fi story to push them through the emotional beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farscape did it a couple of
that
times.
makes-
Like,
that
I'm
makes
like,
sense.
they only have so much time. I'm with this.
they did it as well as you can do it, though.
Yeah. The whole, I guess for me, these first 2 didn't really do anything for me. They were fine. I liked watching them, but it was just like watching any other Doctor Who episode, and I'm here to watch Doctor Who specials. And then it was on 3 and 4 where I was like, oh, this is fucking great.
It's fair. I'll disagree with second one. I will say...
The second one really fucking scared me, guys.
Dude, me too.
It was...
I was
Oh, wait, no, second one had some
legitimately
creepy ass shit.
I was
Never mind, I take that back.
like, I am not okay with this.
One last thing I want to say about the Star Beast before we dive into, because I do want to talk about Blue Yonder, because in retrospect, I think it's my favorite of the 4. I will say the scene where Donna gets her memory back, and then we get the Dr. Donna for 4 seconds, it is RTD at his most emotionally manipulative with how he's doing it, but it's just done to perfection.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, Doctor Who will emotionally manipulate me too far, and I'm like, you have forgotten to have plot. Like, The Angels Take Manhattan, I still will never forget. That episode makes me cry, and it is a fucking awful episode.
Yeah.
That relies on emotional manipulation. This one uses a lot of, like, playing with my emotions, but in a way that's just extremely well acted. Like, it's not... I don't feel used at the end.
Right.
Of it.
I feel like as much of the emotional using that's being done is, like, on the page written as it is being just, like, excited to see these characters getting to act and be these characters and just having emotions for them as characters.
And their chemistry is just so good. I mean, the dynamic between Tennant and Catherine Tate is just so good.
I think it might be one of their best scenes together.
Yeah.
Like, just the two of them. Oh, other one, just because she will come up later. New scientific advisor... I don't remember her name. The woman in the wheelchair.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, she's cool.
I like her.
I like she's got a little fucking rocket wheelchair.
I like that the reason that the doctor who has the ramp in it now is I'm pretty sure the actress had been like, oh man, I'd love to go in the TARDIS, but it's not wheelchair accessible. And Russell T Davies was like, unacceptable. I don't know if it was that actress or if it was just someone who wrote into Russell T Davies, but she's the one who talked about that in an interview.
Love it.
I do feel a little weird about the rockets in the wheelchair only because I have heard a lot of...
Shirley Bingham is the character's name, played by Ruth Madeley.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've heard a lot, and then I'm like, fuck yeah, rockets in your wheelchair, although also... That is so dangerous.
Well...
I mean, I guess no more dangerous than, like, grenade on your belt.
It's
but
Doctor
that stresses
Who.
me out, too.
Almost as dangerous as, a gun.
Yeah.
I would say rockets in your wheelchair is more dangerous than a pistol.
It depends how they're...
Those are
That's
some
why-
high-powered explosives, my friend.
This is why I said almost dangerous as a gun.
But I have heard from some people who use... like wheelchairs or whatever, talking about how it gets really exhausting that like, oh, by the way, my wheelchair is also full of like secret compartments full of awesome shit. Like,
look, but if I work for UNIT, my wheelchair better be full of fucking crazy ass shit.
I agree. I guess it's just apparently a trope. And after I read about that and some stuff, seeing that, I was like, I really like that, but I'm thinking back to those like critiques from people in wheelchairs talking about this.
that makes sense.
But again, this
if it's just out of nowhere, I get it. If I'm working for UNIT,
100%.
Right.
Also, she has both like darts and rockets. Imagine if she got like the wrong. Man, I make a lot of mistakes. And like the people are running up, and she hits the wrong one and just launched rockets at them. Like,
how do you think she got that high in unit? She knows what she's doing.
She doesn't make mistakes.
That's true. She's much more capable than I am.
mistakes.
I get you.
I hope she has like handles on it that like spike if people try and like move her wheelchair without her consent.
Like the fucking blade sword.
Yeah, that like fucking just destroy people's hands if you try and move her wheelchair without her consent.
Hey, no matter what, beyond that moment, at least she's not like from the Burger King Kids Club, and her name is Wheels.
Fucking doofa.
Which was a 90s thing. Okay, Wild Blue Yonder.
This one fucking scared me.
The scary one?
I kind of checked out of this one, and then it got creepy, and I was like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
It got real creepy.
Just get out. I hate the Mavity joke so much.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm not the only one.
I loved it.
I thought
I'm
it was
over
really
it.
funny at first, and then it keeps happening after this.
And it hasn't stopped.
That's the thing. I hated it at first, and as it keeps happening, I'm liking it more and more.
Part of it is like, okay, so I don't go to Doctor Who for wild historical accuracy. Like, that's not what I'm here for. But gravity was a word well before... Isaac Newton discovered gravity, but he didn't, like... Gravity is a variation of a Latin word. Like, it's not just him being like, I'll call it...
Mavity.
Oh, my God. But it also makes perfect sense of the two people that are really into it and the one person of this normal podcast people that it drives up a wall. Because it's exactly the kind of joke that you two would use on me on a regular basis.
Mavity. I do also like the bit that like the fucking one where he trips up and says gravity, and she's like, "What?" And then he's like, "Mavity." Fucking chef kiss kind of humor for Steven.
So I will mention this here, although it'll be much more of a thing next episode. This is the first time when we see Isaac Newton's maid. That actress shows up a lot in upcoming episodes. That same actress is also in The Church on Ruby Road when Ruby's like trying to fix her keyboard when the sound goes out. And woman goes, "Play something." It's the same actress.
Weird.
Oh.
Okay.
So I don't know I just know that this act, like, it's one of those things that I have picked up through osmosis. Keep an eye out for this actress throughout the...
I'll have to do that. I'm curious to know if there's setting up a bit or if it's literally just that the sample pool of actors from Britain is so fucking small. Because, like, Kat pointed out, we watched an episode past of these specials. And, like, oh, that's that person from Bridgerton. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
The person from Bridgerton, basically every single person who ever acted in Harry Potter pops up in at least one episode. Jodie has one of the women from Knight's Tale in one of their episodes. The Armorer.
Oh, cool.
I don't like the episode.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fucking, who am I trying to... Karen Gillan, who goes on to play Amy Pond, appears in an episode, oddly the same episode that Peter Capaldi shows up in, which means two people who later go on to be major cast members appear as one-off appearances in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Pompeii one, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The sixth
That's a fucking funny episode.
It's a great episode.
The Sixth Doctor appears in an episode where he's just a guard on Gallifrey, and he, like, arrests the Doctor in the Fifth Doctor era, and then they hire Colin Baker, like, a year later to play the Doctor.
I love that.
That's great.
It just happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's what's happening with this, but, like...
Right, but also at the same time, I feel like, could easily just be setting something up, and we won't know until they do.
We will find out. Hydee is very carefully, like, poker facing through this entire thing. So, Doctor and the Donna... The Doctor and Donna end up on a ship farther out than the Doctor has ever... There's something about that idea that I just love.
Dude, the way they described that was horrifically
and the
terrifying.
way how he sounds so scared.
Like, they're on the edge of known space is the concept.
They're like beyond the edge
or
of
they're
known
beyond
space.
the edge of known space.
So, as I understand it, and correct me if I am wrong on any of this, so we know, like, the galaxy is expanding. You know, Big Bang happens, everything is hurtling outwards. They are far beyond where anything else from creation has made it to.
Right.
But, like, theoretically, there's nothing out there, but also, I don't know, the human brain is so incapable of really understanding the concept of true nothingness that I think it makes perfect sense that someone thought about that, like, what's on the absolute edge of reality, and went, but what if there was something out there? And it makes a fucking unnerving episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much to really say about this episode other than
It's...
fucked me up.
Yeah. Yeah, this one really, really scared the crap out of me in ways that, like, I don't know, Doctor Who typically doesn't.
I've talked about this before. The Doctor Who is sometimes, like, really good horror.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
No, this is a pretty good horror episode. I don't have much to say on it. It's just a really good horror episode. Like, okay, cool. You gotta.
I mean, I liked it. I thought it was good. But I was like, what? Because I feel like every other one of the specials served its distinct purpose, but I could not think of what this one's purpose was.
I can.
What is it?
Putting the salt on the edge of the universe and changing... Russell T Davies talked about he wanted to bring a much more fantasy edge to Doctor Who. And they needed... And when David Tennant invokes a superstition on the edge of reality where the borders are weaker, theoretically, that's what lets the toy maker back in. But it also, I think I mostly know this from, like, they add it in one of the commercials for the new season of Doctor Who, where the actress who plays the head of unit, I can't think of her name off the top of my head, Lethbridge Stewart, but I can't think of her first name.
Kate.
Kate, thank you. Kate Lethbridge Stewart talks about, like, how things have been more magical lately.
Oh.
And I think this was their way of, like, arguing why maybe there's a more magical edge to things.
Okay. Yeah.
But there's something about that, because the Doctor's very much like, I should not have done that thing with the salt.
Yeah, I invoked a
that's
superstition
true.
at the edge of the universe is something that he
Where
was
reality is
concerned-
thin.
concerned
And
about.
I think beyond just the fact that I think Russell T Davies had the idea of, like, but what if? And also weird body horror
Well, and
shit.
see, and that's the thing. It's tied. That, of course, happens in this episode with the beginning of Mavity, which gets carried on to show that that is something that is going to be carried on as well.
Which is not really a thing they've done before in Doctor Who. Usually they talk about kind of time correcting itself. And they don't as much on this one. Like,
That's true.
it's, you know, when Bill goes back in time for the first time to, like, London in the Peter Capaldi era, she's like, what if I step on a butterfly? And his answer is just, well, then don't step on butterflies. What have butterflies ever done to you? While in this one, it sure seems to, like, matter a lot more.
Yes. I was going to say, this episode, it's a great horror episode, but it should be a great horror episode because it's about a limited group of people stuck on a faraway station, and they're paranoid because a shape-changing alien could be either one of them. And the shape-changing alien is called a not thing.
So it's the thing, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And it lets David Tennant be creepy, and he's so fucking good at being creepy.
I did not like it when he was like upside down and it. Nope.
Yep,
I
nope,
hated
And
it.
some of the body horror in this nope.
Hated it.
There's some
Hated
really funny behind the scenes
And
stuff,
the
though, of
arms
them
being
having the,
too
like,
long. Don't like it.
having the big fake arms that they had to wear for some of that and stuff is really funny.
Don't like it.
You're really not a body horror person.
No,
I mean,
not
I'm
at
not
all.
either,
I'm
so
not
I'm
either.
You're
not.
not
I did
either.
not.
I could tell you.
This episode was really good, and
It was well done. Yes.
it skewed me out in the right way.
Yeah.
Well, the long arms is also kind of a First Nightmare on Elm Street callback. Because in one of the first nightmares, Freddy's arms, as he's walking down the alleyway, he stretches his arms out, and then they just keep growing until they're long enough that his claws are actually raking each side of the alleyway.
I remember that bit. It's a good bit.
So these first two I didn't have too much on. Like,
It's-
it's creepy, but, like, it's the thing.
It's one of those ones that is, like, we've come up against this with this show, with our show a lot, I think, of something that's really well made, but it's basic in a good way, which makes it just hard to discuss. So, The Giggle, which is, like, the most Doctor Who episode.
Yeah.
Oh, before that, very end, one, I like that we have the Doctor actually, like, dealing with... I was so sure they were not going to deal with the flux. Which
Yes, I thought they were going to
I'm sure that
completely
means
ignore
nothing to the two of you other than the fact that the flux happened and it destroyed half of creation. They mention it in this one. It's part of why the Doctor's so traumatized. And I did not think they were going to mention it. And instead, we see the Doctor kind of going through a mental collapse because of it. Which is...
I found that really interesting. I'm glad they...
Even
Well,
Chris
that's
Chibnall, the actor who was like... Or not the actor, the showrunner... who did that, and he did the Timeless Child arc where you find out that the Doctor's not actually from Gallifrey. He was like, oh, no one's ever going to mention these again after I leave. Like, they're just going to drop this. And RTD, he's just like, hold my fucking beer. We're gonna make this major aspects of to explore with the Doctor, which I think is a great idea.
I do too.
When you have a 60-year-old character, every once in a while you got to take some swings, just to keep from being bored, just to have new things to do. Which, I mean, not actually being from Gallifrey will be a much bigger thing in Church of Ruby Road, but. The Giggle, the most Doctor Who episode that's maybe ever existed. And I did not know how much I wanted Neil Patrick Harris and David Tennant in scenes together.
I know, I got all excited that we're up to this episode. It doesn't mean I actually have much more to say. It was just like, NPH.
I do.
In Doctor Who.
And he's great. I like him.
He was in another show Russell T Davies had done. It's a Sin or something like that. It was a show he did a couple years back that was about being a gay actor in like the late 80s, early 90s.
Yes, I saw that. It was very good.
I've not seen it. I'm told it's very sad.
It is very sad.
But apparently Neil Patrick Harris was in it, and Russell T Davies texted him being like, "Hey, I got a script. Do you want to read it?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure. I liked working with you. I'll totally read it. That sounds great. It was great." "Oh, it's Doctor Who." "I've heard of that." Like, he was very honest of like, I was vaguely aware of what Doctor Who was before I got hired into.
That's funny.
Which I sometimes think is the way to go. Like, David Tennant is great, and he is a fanboy forever. He was in some of the audio stuff before he became the Doctor, just because he was doing a different radio show and saw they were doing Doctor Who stuff, and was like, let me say a line, just so I can have been a part of Doctor Who. And then he gets hired in. But I sometimes think it's better to go the Catherine Tate or Neil Patrick Harris way of like stepping into a fandom but not having any connection to the fandom, so there's nothing sacred. There's no like, this is the thing that can't be changed. I have to treat it with like being able to go and be like, okay, cool. What are we gonna do with this?
Yeah.
It's not a monolith. Back, Bernard Cribbin's final scene from the previous episode.
Yeah.
Wilfred Mott. That one makes me tear up. He
Yeah.
died after filming that scene
Yep.
before The Giggle came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like that they didn't kill him in the show.
I like they didn't kill him
That
in the
actually
show.
made me really happy.
It made me incredibly happy to see him and see that he got to reprise that role
Yeah.
one last time.
He's like 99 in that, too.
I know.
Like,
And like you could tell the like, I don't know, just like the exchange between them was just like so genuine. Like David Tennant was genuinely thrilled to have him there.
well, and Cribbins has always been he's worked Doctor Who since the 70s.
Yeah.
Off and on, because he was in one of the Peter Cushing Doctor Who movies. I think it was the second one. Might have been the first one. But he was in a movie adaptation of Doctor Who. And then he auditioned for the Fourth Doctor, and Tom Baker got it instead. He didn't make it very far into the audition, but like...
Interesting.
You know, that scene in End of Time where he talks about never shooting anyone in World War II, that is a real life experience. He was telling Russell T Davies about that, and he's like, well, writing that into the like,
Wow.
I know what you're doing tomorrow.
we're gonna write a beautiful scene about that.
So he was really 99 in this
He was like
last-
99. He was,
Wow.
I don't know if it was 99, but he was well into his
Yeah.
90s. And apparently Russell T Davies is like, you want to come back? And he goes, show me the script.
Oh.
Like, duh, I'm not agreeing to it till I see what it is. He was supposed to have
A little more.
2 scenes, I think, in The Giggle. Like, basically, when she's like, you know, get my grandfather out of here, he would have been there and said something gregarious, I'm sure, because it's fucking Wilfred Mott. And he was supposed to be in the final scene
When he's
in
off
the
shooting
house.
moles.
And it's a little weird that he's just, like, off-screen shooting moles, but also...
It kind
The
of
actor died. You did what you fucking can.
Yeah.
Like,
But also, even if, like, I knowing he's 99, maybe they couldn't get him for a second shoot just because he's fucking tired.
no, he's dead.
I know, but, like, if you told me he was just tired in 99, I would have been fine with that scene. I got him in 1. I'm happy with that, is what I'm trying to say.
I love those moles.
I love those
That
moments.
was also very good.
I love that scene.
That they had flash fills. That was really good.
Okay, so back to Neil Patrick Harris. Had either of you ever heard of the Toymaker before this?
Not this toy maker.
I heard about the toy maker when this episode first came out
Okay.
because it made a lot of waves on the internet because it was NPH and Doctor Who.
Heidi, did you know anything about...
I knew that the toy maker had existed before, but I didn't really know much.
So the Toymaker first appears in, I think, season 2 of
Okay,
Doctor
that's
Who.
like-
Like,
yeah.
it's definitely first Doctor.
Yeah.
It is after his granddaughter has left, and I think after all 3 of the original companions had left. But that's not
Third season.
Third season? Okay. So and he does not appear again in any Doctor Who TV stuff. He appears in a couple of like books and comics and things
I
until
like that.
this one.
Hey, now,
So it is.
do you remember who the toy maker was?
No, but it was one of those actors that like I should.
Michael Goff, better known as Alfred Pennyworth from, like...
Holy shit! From the Tim Burton Batman movies.
Oh.
Holy shit! He's so decrepit from the versions that I think of him as. That's incredible.
Interesting.
That makes it extra problematic that he's dressed as a like full Chinese garb.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's not. I love classic Doctor Who, and I highly recommend watching some if you've never seen it. But it definitely, is problematic in some aspects.
I mean, it's from the
And
70s.
fucking Britain.
Yes.
Like, they were
Right.
not over the Empire yet at that
No.
point.
Wait, we were mentioning creepy for the last episode, but I think I might have been more creeped out by some of the Stooky Bill shit.
Yeah, the Spooky Bill
Yeah.
is pretty creepy, but also...
The dolls were creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually the guy having the
Oh, the Stooky
mannequin
Sue?
body.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Although Donna fucking up those dolls was pretty great.
It was really great.
Only other thing I was going to say on Toymaker right there is like this is as close as you could get to on your 60th anniversary having a character that you haven't seen in 60 years. It was like
Oh.
58 years.
That
But,
makes
like-
sense. I didn't think of it. Yeah.
They weren't going to bring back the cavemen that the Doctor taught fire to in the first
God.
episodes, and he met the Daleks in the second. So like,
Yeah. That's true.
and they appear a lot.
They should bring back the caveman. He taught fire too.
He tried to kill him with a rock, so they're probably not remembering him fondly. The Doctor tried to kill the caveman with a rock.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
They were fire crazed.
It was weird, man.
It was really
It is.
weird.
I remember my first time playing with fire. Probably someone thought maybe I should kill this with the rock.
Look, sometime we should watch the very first Doctor Who episode for an episode because it's a fucking trip.
It is wild.
It is as different a show as you can have while still having the TARDIS.
I'm in.
But oh yeah, Stooky Bill, who is a real thing,
Mm-hmm.
which I did not know about. He's no less horrific in real life pictures.
Oh.
It's another thing. Part of the reason Russell T Davies came back is he said that like after you write Doctor Who, you can't ever fully get out of that mindset. So you'll read about like Stooky Bill and be like, oh, that'd be a great Doctor Who episode. Something to do with Stooky Bill. That's fucking creepy as fuck looking. Like, and it's the first time television came out.
I could use that in my barrage of weird storytelling.
And so he came back to Doctor Who. It's also, you know, the most successful he's ever been, but that doesn't necessarily matter. How to talk about this? Like, we have the toy maker who's done a thing, with the giggle to make it so...
So now there's the rage virus, but it's not the rage virus.
Y'all are gonna disagree with me, but this was the weakest of the episodes for me. And I understand it's a wrong opinion.
I'm not saying it. I don't know.
Something about this episode in particular felt abrupt. Overall,
It's because it's the end of season episode, but we only got 2 episodes before. Like, it very fits into the vein of, like, Doomsday, the end of time. I'm forgetting the names of other, like,
Yeah.
RTD season finales.
Yes. And, yeah.
But we didn't get a season up to it.
That's true. I'm super won over by the whimsy of it coming down to a game of catch. And them, like, really playing catch. Like, because, like,
Yeah.
you can't just, like, turn around and huck it, because you're not really playing the game at that point. You're just being an asshole. So you kind of have to throw the ball at them, but
Oh, I thought
you're
you
not really throwing the ball at them. You're like...
you're trying to throw it past them.
I thought you meant, like,
that.
behind the scenes really playing catch, because they were talking... They did not.
Yeah, no.
They
I'm
just
saying-
hit, like, palmed the ball and went, ha! And then had, like,
Oh, yeah, of course
sound
they did.
effects. Like...
Of course. No, I'm just saying, like... But, like, when you're watching, it's like... They're doing it right. They're
Yeah.
like... This is a game catch.
Yeah, you're not like,
just
catch, throw it straight at the ground, kind of.
Yeah.
Like,
Something about that was, I really liked that that's what it boiled down to, but something about the resolution of it felt abrupt to me in a way that was
well,
like...
it was. He missed the ball and disappeared.
And like that subsequently just made the whole rest of the episode just really feel like, oh, this whole episode just like, well, this just happened, and now we're here.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. In Doctor Who, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm actually saying you're correct. In Doctor Who, you can get plot, characterization, or special effects, but you can never get all 3 in one episode.
So now they got that Disney money for the special effects.
Yeah.
It helps a lot. It helps a lot.
They're using that Disney cheat code right there.
I mean, that all got used on that dance sequence, though, for this episode.
Yeah.
That dance sequence is so fucking
Fucking
funny.
licensing Spice Girls?
Yeah.
Cheddar.
Bringing back Mel, I thought was a really, like, fun choice. Because
I
Mel,
love that.
the obviously former companion, was a companion of the 6th and 7th Doctor.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
And she is generally considered one of the worst companions, but it's never really thought to be Bonnie Langford Jones's fault.
No, it was the way the character was
They
written.
hired her for her scream.
Yeah.
Oh.
She has a fucking intense I'm going to die scream.
Yeah, she's really good, like, put her in a horror movie screen.
And so that's how they like to end episodes with her, but also it was really obnoxious.
She was Doctor Who's resident scream queen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
It was like 1986. Like, it was right when Doctor Who was about to die. They weren't really trying that hard anymore. Resident Scream Queens are a very good way to put it. But, like, it was so bad that this woman is described as a computer programmer, but at no point during any of her appearances does she go even near a computer, let alone use one.
Well, she's, doing other stuff.
She's, like, making the Doctor drink carrot juice. She's
Well, yes.
screaming when rubber plant monsters are coming to attack her. Like,
I would also
also-
scream
yeah.
when
I-
Rubber Plant Man.
I get it.
monsters are-
I just always felt bad for her because, like, I've watched episodes with Mel, and
Wait,
Mel is
are they plant monsters made out of rubber, or are they rubber plant monsters?
probably both.
Okay, continue.
But, like, I've seen Mel episodes. They are a rough watch in some cases.
But it's not her fault.
But it's not the
Yeah.
actress's fault. So bringing her back, one, is a, like... It's a good hardcore respect moment for old school Doctor Who to not ignore it. Because one thing I respect about these episodes is they don't ignore anything.
No, they're acknowledging all of it.
And bringing her back in a way that lets her kind of redeem the character. Very successfully, I think, redeem the character. And acknowledge an era of Doctor Who that Doctor Who doesn't traditionally like to touch upon.
Yeah.
I mean, during her tenure, Colin Baker was fired as the 6th Doctor, being the only one who was fired from the job.
Oh, I didn't
in the
know he
history.
was fired.
Yeah, that's why he's not in the 7th Doctor regeneration. And when 7 is regenerating, it's just Sylvester McCoy in Colin Baker's coat and a wig like running around in the back of his head and just like bonking his head and regenerating.
Wait, what did he get fired for?
Shitty show ratings.
Oh, bummer.
Something
so
like
he didn't
that.
even
like,
do anything wrong.
as far as I can tell, no.
Oh.
I think he argued with the showrunner a lot, but
wow.
also it's generally considered the worst era of the show. And he's like, for the love of God.
Please, it's like, give me something good to work with.
Let's see, thinking of...
I like that these specials are kind of, I don't know, in a lot of ways about redemption. Just like in general. Like it gave Mel the redemption, like the character.
Let's Donna come back.
Let's Donna come
Ten
back in a
kind
way
of
that
tie up
makes
some
sense.
loose ends.
Yeah, it lets 10 kind of just, I don't know, I think that, you know, to Russell, obviously Russell T. Davies is very attached to David Tennant, but I always feel like he writes any Dr. Tennant plays as the sentimental doctor. Like there's a version of 10 with Rose, and now there's this version.
I was gonna say, there's so many fucking versions of David Tennant
Yeah.
running around now.
There's 3?
Right, because
Well,
because
two.
At least 3.
No,
It's-
because
Well-
there's 10, there's the Meta Crisis, which is his
Oh,
weird
right.
shitty clone. I fucking hate that plotline. I'm sorry.
No, it's a terrible plotline.
In the alternate universe, and then there's 14.
and then like it's not David Tennant, but fucking technically, what's her name? Georgia, the fucking doctor's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
He's technically Tennant, yeah.
It's technically 10.
Oh my god, and she's a tenant.
Yeah. There's so much.
Jenny,
yeah.
the doctor's daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about, I mean, one, Neil Patrick Harris loved him to death. That whole
Yeah.
scene where he's doing, like, and then they met Clara, and he loved Clara. Loved Bill, not Stooky Bill.
No,
Lady Bill. Like, that whole scene ending with Donna being like, already running from, like... I don't know. I don't have more to say about Neil Patrick Harris other than every scene that he's in. He's like literally chewing the microphones, but I don't care
It's
at all.
hilarious and
he's
it
great.
works. Yeah, it's great.
What do we think about Bi Generation?
fucking whatever. They could do whatever kind of generation they want at this point. I don't
I-
care. As long as it keeps the show going, I don't give a fuck.
I liked it. I thought it was an interesting way to do it a little different.
Everyone's got like there's so many questions. Like yes, because Doctor Who is so known for its consistency and
Yeah.
continuity. Like that's such a
Yeah, at this point, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. By generation, tri generation.
Whatever you're doing, fuck yeah, I'm here for it. It gives you a in fiction way to just say that, okay, 10, he's going to fuck off and do more stories whenever we want, however we want. Because that one is a favorite, and he's forever now locked in. We can use him whenever we want.
and
He's
that's
there.
what I had
If
kind
it
of
wasn't David Tennant, they wouldn't have done it. With no one else, they wouldn't.
No,
have
for
done it.
sure.
But
We're essentially going to lock this one in the Disney vault, so there's
Yeah.
always a copy.
And they're very much like, no, we're not going to do more. But I bet that if he
It's
had an
open-ended.
idea for it and the schedules worked out, they would totally do it.
Wanna do a
Every
fucking
10 years, they're going to
audiobook?
fucking pull them back out.
I mean, yeah,
Whatever.
Good for
Maybe
them.
every 5.
do it.
I'll be there.
These two have proven just with these that I'll
Yeah.
have a fun, sentimental Doctor Who episode. Have any of you seen, I know I've talked to Heidi about these, Tales of the TARDIS? RTD released a series of like short videos. They're on like, you can watch them all on YouTube, but what it was is they were re-releasing old school episodes of Doctor Who, like classic Doctor Who, and they were getting actors to come back as the characters in what has been dubbed the Dream TARDIS. And it's basically a TARDIS that you can go to in your dreams if you have traveled with the Doctor. And so there's like...
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's great. And so, like, there's, 2 surviving actors from the first Doctor. They're both fucking, like, decrepit ancient.
Have you turned on the dream functionality in the word balloon yet?
I don't know if I can turn it off.
But these 2 people talking about the show and being in a character that they've not been in, like, 60 years. Or having, the 5th Doctor and I don't remember which actress they got for which of the companions, but like
Yeah.
Sixth Doctor and Perry, Seventh Doctor and Ace, like the big companion of those doctors, and bringing them together and letting them kind of have a little. They're short and there's not much to them, but they're these sweet little acting moments, and in it we get versions of the Fifth and the Sixth Doctor who are like, well, regeneration's a little weird, so in some versions I do, in some versions I don't. And so it's kind of like in the same way that there's a Fifth Doctor floating around the universe, even if it's not like the main one, like because of how timey-wimey things are.
Jeremy Bearimy.
Gravity Mavity. But I don't know what you two are referencing. We're moving on.
His is a great reference, and I really like your addendum to it.
But,
10 stars, 1,000 comedy points to everybody.
okay. Hydee Gatwa.
I'm already in fucking love. Ncuti great so far.
My wife is crushing so fucking hard on this man.
The only thing is like
He's hot. Like, it's beyond handsome. He's hot.
That man is hot and handsome.
He is.
I am kind of sick of like everyone wants to fuck the Doctor, but like
Whatever. Everyone used to think that about David Tennant. So.
that's why I'm sick of it.
It's the
Everybody said
RTD
that about
classic.
Capaldi. Everybody wants to fuck the Doctor because he's got that sweet box. And I just heard what I said, and I'm not changing it.
But whatever, I don't care. Like, fucking has got me already. Like, that's part of the reason I like the last episodes, because it ends with Ncuti.
Dude, the way Hydee ends that final episode of just him going, I'm the Doctor, and I'm like, yes, you fucking are.
Yeah. I was like, sold. He is.
Yeah.
Like, he embodies it's just perfect.
The thing that really particularly stood out for his regeneration for me was how there's one particular flourish he does that I was like, well, that's the fucking Doctor. Where when he kicks the TARDIS in that little way he does that just like pops a second TARDIS out.
Oh, hits it with the mallet.
Oh, he hits it with a mallet. That's right. And I was like,
I'm so sorry.
no,
No, that's what...
Yeah, the way he apologizes.
You were just trying to make a second Steven.
Yep.
yep, that's the Doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. No, I'm in. Cool. Give me more Ncuti.
Yeah. And I like that they created like a second TARDIS, but I like that 15's TARDIS has a jukebox. You know, so that was the difference.
And you could see 14 is just like,
I know, you could tell that he's
not
mad.
my TARDIS.
Why didn't I get a jukebox?
I don't know, I felt like he was disapproving of the jukebox.
Yo, and the Ncuti jumping in on the fucking Goblin Eating song. I don't know how much you guys know that I love Goblin song. I love Goblin songs.
Just that Goblin song is incredible.
Yes.
I love Goblin songs. Give me Goblin songs.
Okay.
The fucking the animated Hobbit Goblin song.
Where
Down
there's a
to
whip-
Goblin Town.
Oh, different one. I was thinking of the orc song. Okay, so we're getting kind of long in the tooth here because it's four of us. But
Goblin Town.
Church on Ruby Road. Ruby is like very Rose 2.0.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
We're
No.
Oh.
No, only in looks.
I don't know.
If
I
she
feel
wasn't
like,
blonde, you wouldn't think that.
I just like.
She's not
Not
no
in
offense to
character.
Rose, but she's not as dumb as Rose.
No, what I mean
offense
is
to
like
Rose.
beautiful, 19 years old because I think they're both
They're both
say they're at
19.
that age. Modern fashion of the moment. Also, looking at Rose's fashion,
But also,
is
like,
really
Super
good.
into the Doctor.
But also like low income and like
Yeah, that's
working
true.
class person.
Although she's not into the
Ruby's
Doctor
just
thing.
missing Jackie.
No, she's actually got a good mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Ruby has a
Jackie.
good-
Jackie's fun, but
I
Jackie's
love
a hot
Jackie.
mess.
Jackie's
Yeah.
not a very good mom until her daughter disappears. Then
Right.
she's like, okay, maybe I should like.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, I might go for Jackie
I
over.
think I just am so like, no, she's not Rose because
Rose.
I don't like Rose, but I love Ruby. So
I don't know. I'm also really.
That's why she's Ruby. She's Rose 2.0.
True.
She's Rose, but better.
Yeah.
I'm not. I actually do enjoy Rose. I find her more annoying than I used to, but
Same.
she was perfect for when I was 15, and I was like, "You're slightly older than me and hot." And, like, but oh god, I love her grandmother Cherry. Cherry
Oh,
Sunday
I
is
love.
so fucking funny
I
to me.
love Cherry Sunday.
But I don't know. I think she just fits that, like, she's
She's
not
likable, Grandpa Joe.
Thank you. But Ruby fits that, like, she is the archetypical Doctor Who girl companion. And I do not mean that in a negative.
No.
But again, in the same way that a lot of these episodes were like, okay, Doctor Who's gotten a little esoteric, let's reset. She does the same thing.
Yeah. But I really like her.
And again,
Like,
none of it's a bad
And
thing.
her
I think
and the Doctor have amazing just
from
chemistry.
their first scene together, like talking about dropping things all the time. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I see it with these two.
Okay.
Like,
I'm gonna call a shot, having not seen the rest of the series. She brought herself to Abbey to that road.
to Ruby Road.
Abbey Road.
To Abbey Road. she took
Considering there's a
herself,
Beatles episode
There is
this
a Beatles
upcoming
episode.
season, that makes that even better.
to Ruby Road. She's the woman who dropped off that baby. Because that's gonna be some timey-wimey
was
bullshit.
spoiled, so I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
And I don't need. This is just me
No,
calling the
no,
shot
perfect.
so I can know later if I'm wrong or right.
Oh, I did want to say something about that first scene when the Doctor is, just because it's important to me. The Doctor is dancing in the club, and like the way it's shot is so fucking beautiful.
It is beautifully
like, the
shot.
way the cameras, but it's a callback, and not, I don't know how many people even get this reference, but in 1999, Russell T Davies created the original UK version of Queer as Folk, which later became a more popular American show. But his was the original in '99.
And his was way dirtier
And
and
his was
hardier.
way dirtier. But
Okay, but
there-
all of those British shows are way dirtier.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But there was a scene in one, if not the first episode, one of the first episodes where you see the main character, and it honestly is the exact same scene, obviously higher budget.
Well,
But like he's on the dance floor, and it's like it's him, and it's just like the cameras are going in the same way, and then you see his friend look at him just like the way the camera looks when Ruby looks at him, and I was like, that's amazing. That is the coolest callback.
that's great. I never
And-
would have known that too. Like,
Yeah, no, that was really awesome. And I love how, like, I mean, obviously the Doctor, gender, whatever, but like I feel like that was just a really beautiful, like, queer moment. Him
Yeah,
dancing
100%.
on the dance floor, and I just fucking love that because I feel like it shows the progression of like where even Russell T Davies started writing this show that was underground. He couldn't even like really show like men dancing together to this like show that's on Disney Plus, and it's like this openly
and talking
just-
about like pronouns.
yes
you know
pronouns
what,
and
yeah.
gender and
Well, and okay, RTD has always been an incredibly queer creator,
Right.
and like old school
as
Doctor
much as
Who
he could be.
was so like, when I say old school, I mean like, you know, RTD's first one
Yeah.
was as gay as you were going to be allowed to make that show.
You mean Captain Jack?
Captain Jack,
You mean-
or just the number.
You
of,
mean Captain Jack?
Yeah,
I mean Captain Jack, but I also mean like just the number of side characters
That's
that
true.
would
That's
just
true.
like, you know, some blue lady would be like, "Oh, my wife,"
right
or something
yeah
like
stuff
that.
like that. Yeah.
It's part of what made me laugh of when the worst people on the internet are like, RTD is coming back to save Doctor Who, and I'm like, you know, it's going to be even gayer.
You
Like,
know
Yeah,
it's gonna be super gay,
like
right?
it's going to be extremely gay.
you are mad about woke Doctor Who, and
'Cause
you
now
want
he's
the
allowed
gayest
to be
man in
gay.
Britain
The
to
only
like.
thing that's going to stop me from being any gay is gonna be Disney. Disney might pull a break on something at one point, but that's just because Disney's fucking Disney.
Like, looking at RTD's history, he's done other shows, but like a couple of shows that are explicitly about being young and gay and horny.
Yes.
2 runs at Doctor
Yeah.
Who, and a space show that was like wizards versus aliens or something like that.
Wait, what is that? That sounds fucking awesome.
It's something he did shortly after Doctor Who. I don't know if it ever even got finished. Like, it existed. And I don't even know if it's called Wizards versus Aliens, but it was something along those
Might
lines.
as well be, because that sounds fucking cool.
It sounds rad, yeah.
So this episode is where I felt the most tension of any of these specials.
That's fair.
Yes.
On the lead up to the unveiling of the Goblin King, because I was like, are they going to do it? Is it somehow going to be Bowie?
In my head, I was like, for a moment, I was like, oh man, if only.
Dude, the way they kill the Goblin King is
It's
so
fucked up.
fucking
It's
violent.
so cool.
It's so fucked up.
But like, why does the ship just disappear?
Yeah, man. Timey-wimey. Look, man, I have missed being able to use timey-wimey to explain whatever the fuck I want. Okay, as much as we talk about new budgets, I absolutely love that a major plot point is literally just a normal-ass fucking, like, dollar glove that you can buy at most any gas station.
With maybe like $20 worth of LEDs.
Yeah, like,
It's true.
the special
Wait,
gloves.
fuck off. This was actually called Wizards vs. Aliens.
Yes, I'm so good. Dude, we should do that. I've never seen it. It's a kids show.
It ran for 3 seasons.
What?
Wait, what is it?
36 episodes.
It's what he made after Sarah Jane Adventures ended.
Oh.
And it, I think, follows a lot of the same, like, working, not, like, the same plans or whatever. It's not part of the Doctor Who universe,
Right.
but he loved working on Sarah Jane Adventures because
Yeah.
he loved Elizabeth Sladen.
The series focuses on the exploits of a 16-year-old wizard, Tom Clark, and his scientifically gifted best friend, Benny Sherwood, in their fight against the Necros, a magic-consuming alien race who have arrived on Earth with the intention of hunting down wizards and feasting on their magical energy.
What the fuck? That sounds amazing.
Is this streaming anywhere?
I'll fucking find out.
Because if it's on BritBox, I have that. This episode itself also doesn't have a ton of, like, wild, goblins steal the baby. They have the fun dance song, which also pissed people off. I'm like, come on. Again,
It's campy. It's amazing.
it's
I
Russell
love
T
it.
Davies. It's as gay as you can get it. At some point, a musical was going to have to happen.
Oh yeah, and it
And it was great.
be the last because
It's on Prime and Tubi.
To be it is.
And the CW.
Oh boy.
But no, I mean honestly, I thought this was a very solid episode of Doctor Who.
It's a good
It
introduction.
checked all the Doctor Who boxes. I feel like it was a good intro for someone that had never watched Doctor Who before. I feel like you could use this as an intro episode.
I can never decide if it was easier or harder for Ncuti in some ways to have that half episode with David Tennant. Because on one hand, you get a part of an episode to kind of introduce your doctor, to get a little running space. But on the other hand, you have to do it up against David fucking Tennant.
Yeah, but he definitely held his own though.
He does. He does a great job. But it's just hard to do.
And I
But-
also like the contrast because it shows that the David Tennant Doctor is tired and is worn out, and it kind of plays into that character to have someone else with so much energy.
and it lets him put in the work. We're Time Lords. We've done therapy or we've done healing out of order or something like that. So I loved that. But this one really is it's a pretty standard. I have one episode to prove to the audience that I'm the Doctor, and he does a really good
proves
job.
it. Yep.
I still think no one's done it better than Matt Smith in the 11th Hour.
Guys, I fell off the deep
Agree.
hole just into aliens versus wizards, or wizards versus aliens, and it's got fucking Annette Badland from Ted Lasso.
Wait, which one's Annette?
She owns the pub. I forget her character's name.
Oh yeah, she was also in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes, she is.
And Gwendolyn Christie is in this. Fuck, we gotta watch this.
Okay.
Sorry, I fell off.
No, you're fine.
Hard.
I think on that note, let's just wrap it up here. I mean,
Wait, do we have any thoughts on Mrs. Flood?
oh yes, thank you for Mrs. Flood. That does need to be mentioned.
Yeah,
She's important.
There's more to touch on. I just got really sidetracked. Sorry. I was very interested in Mrs. Flood. What the fuck is going on there?
She knows something. I mean, I'm not even saying that as someone who's watched other episodes because I've actually forgotten.
Well, and she changes pretty significantly through because
I noticed that.
when we first see her, she's really kind of aggressive, arguing with I don't remember his name, the
Her neighbor,
yeah.
whatever.
the neighbor
yeah.
guy. And then later on, she sees the TARDIS disappear and she, like, drops her stuff. And at first seems, like, surprised, although it could just be like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting to see a TARDIS here.
See, I thought, like, at first I thought, oh, she's just mad because it's there. And I'm like, no, she's mad because she recognizes it.
See, Cece thinks that in the same way that reality seems to be changing around them in a few things, that Mrs. Flood has been changed around. And I don't know. I've got nothing
And
on
if
this
you
one.
notice, this is such a weird thing that I noticed, but, like, so the TARDIS at first is parked outside of Mrs. Flood's door, and then later it's parked on the other side. But when it's parked outside of Mrs. Flood's door, you could tell that her front door and the TARDIS are the exact same color. And Ruby's door is the same color as, like, a previous TARDIS. And I thought that was really
They
interesting.
love to do Doors TARDIS colors.
Yes. It's a good color.
It is.
See, I thought it was just a reference to... Okay, so before she died, the Queen had been the Queen of England for so long and had done so many public appearances over those years that, statistically speaking, 1 in 6 people in England had seen the Queen with their very own eyes. And so I thought they were sort of going for the same thing with the TARDIS.
Statistically
Statistically
someone's seen the
speaking.
TARDIS before.
Like 1 in 5 people have seen the fucking TARDIS at this point because
That's
fuckers around all the time.
Okay,
That's
I mean,
fucking good.
that
Oh
is
my
good.
god.
Literally all of time.
Right, yeah, even more than the Queen.
I mean, he's the Doctor, the original article, you could say. Like, they played so much, especially in the Stephen Moffat era, that the Doctor is so ubiquitous with the universe that, like, that's where we got the word from.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
I think it's more than that, but that would make me so fucking happy if it was like, yeah, we had to see it eventually. Like,
He's here all the fucking time. You know how many Christmases he's done shit?
Yeah.
Ruby's entrance into the TARDIS might be my favorite companion entering a TARDIS for the first time.
Yeah.
Amy's is really incredible.
Amy's is good.
I
but
also just love that TARDIS. Matt Smith's first
I
TARDIS
love
is
Matt
one of my
Smith's
favorites.
TARDIS.
I kind of really want to go back and rewatch Matt Smith.
Uh,
It's been so long.
the second season's overarching storyline is complete fucking nonsense. But
Oh, of Matt
it's
Smith, yeah.
charming, so you kind of let him get away with it. His first season is just perfect, though. Like, no
It
notes.
really is.
I'm excited to get in more episodes.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
next time we're going to do the rest, and hopefully we will go through episode by episode a little faster, because we got a lot more to go through in one. Hopefully Heidi will be back with us. We haven't actually discussed scheduling yet, but hopefully.
Yes. I would like to be.
We will figure that out. In the meantime, we're your generals of nerdery. I'm Zach.
I'm Tyler.
Dismissed.
Hi, everybody. General Tyler here. If you like the show, please hit subscribe however you're listening to us right now. Also, if you could rate and review us however you're listening to us right now, or preferably over at Apple Podcasts, we would super appreciate it, as the whole world is ran on algorithms, and we want to be all up in them, getting our voice out to more places. Also, tell your friends. We always appreciate that. If you want to get in contact with us, ask us questions, give us comments, email us generalnerderypod@gmail.com. You can also contact us through our website, www.generalnerdcast.com. While you're there, check out all of our back catalog, or click the links up at the top, as we are part of the Earworm Podcast Network. Go check out all of our sister shows. We're involved with most of them, so if you already like listening to us talk, it might be in your best interest. And if you want to check out everything from the network, head over to earworm.com, EARVVYRM.com. We'd super appreciate it. Love you all. Have a good one.